Good evening. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Blaholtzen. Mousimus. Fractal Mind Mike. Good morning, Fractal Mind Mike. From the future. Was it 16 hours or 15 hours in the future Fractal Mind Mike lives? Jim plays games. Good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Anna. And I'm glad you're here because I want to show some stuff that you've done and talk about you a little bit. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Anna. Yeah, we're going to talk about all that. So Anna CGG is here in chat. I'm glad because yeah, I prepared a little bit of a mini presentation showing how awesome your stuff is. And actually, I wanted to show the. Let me find your portrait on my phone because I was going to add it to my my slideshow and I forgot. And I was about 10 minutes late today, which is not my best time. But Eden Waith, Happy Crimson Tuesday, Amberzine, 12 months on a 12-month subscription streak. Holy cow! Thank you, thank you. UTC plus 10, gotcha. Blaholtzen, the EGA, red EG8 light red. Yeah, I'm really going all out now. As you can see, it's all here. It's all here. Chihuahua, hello, welcome to chat. Good to see you. Yeah, today is an art stream. We're gonna get into some art, but of course I've got something actually I want to do sort of when we take a break from the art, even though we haven't really started the art. But I wanted to talk about Anna CGG a little bit and show some of her stuff because she was kind enough to send me something of hers in the mail and I received it this past week. But first, I guess, Happy Crimson Tuesday. It is a Crimson Diamond art dev stream tonight. And so I'll be working on the same old man and his bucket and his fish that we've been working on for however long it's been. Don't keep track, who's keeping track? I guess I should introduce myself. I am Julia Minamata. I'm the solo indie game dev behind the Crimson Diamond, which is a text parser mystery adventure game set in Northern Ontario in about 1914 or so. And I'm going to give a brief dev update and then I'm going to run the trailer. Yes. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, so the dev update. I've got a dev update. Finishing touches on Chapter 4. Right now I'm kind of doing a pass where I'm trying to make sure things link up to other things and hopefully as you're playing through the game, you'll get the way it's designed will hopefully lead you through stuff pretty well, I guess. But yeah, just adding a few things just to smooth that road a little bit and adding little side things to the game because there's the main through of the plot that everyone's gonna go through if they just follow the steps in the notebook. But I wanted there to be extra things for people who want to go a little bit deeper, and so I'm adding a little bit of that right now. Although I'm kind of thinking I might add the side thing I have now to the main part of the game. That's still up for a debate, but it's going to be there one way or the other, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Yes, the sequel to Old Man and the Sea is Old Man and His Fish. Yeah, we're going to work on that in a little bit, but there's a few things I want to get to ahead of time and before that. But yes, Chapter 4, finishing touches, and then testing. And I'm going to be sending that out to some beta testers, hopefully. I'm going to be approaching my beta testers and see if they're still interested in beta testing it. But yeah, so it's going. It is going. Slow but steady. The Deluxe Tux, good to see you. The Old Man in the Sea is one of your favorite classic books. I don't actually think I've read it. Okay, so that's the dev update. Let's run the trailer. So anyone who did not grow up in the 1980s, you might not be familiar with this type of game, but I don't want to let that put you off at all. I'm making this game for... The way I like to put it is I'm making the game the way that we remember them being, maybe not necessarily as they were. So smoothing some of those edges down to make the game a bit easier to play and just have it look and feel and sound the way that we remember. That goes for the artwork, of course. So we've got this particular color palette, the EGA color palette, which I will talk about when we get to the Photoshop part when I get into that. But also the music, which alternate Tuesdays it's Dan doing a music stream where he composes live on stream. Last week we did this beautiful cozy mystery theme, and it's going to be playing near the end, I think, depending on what ending you get. And so Dan will do that, and Dan composes on a Roland MT32, which was his choice. But I'm glad that he did it. It's just a lot of extra work, but it's authentic. And we were thinking, someone asked in chat one week, are you guys going to release the MIDI files for the soundtrack? And it's entirely possible we will have a MIDI soundtrack that people, should you wish to hear it the authentic way, will be able to listen to. And that's kind of exciting. Oh, good. Thanks. And so Anna has been one of the testers, and so she's saying that it does flow a little bit better. And just in time, actually, I've got Nightbots put up the links for Anna's business. Anna_CGG is she's translucent finishing, so her and her husband own a business in Victoria, BC. They do custom wood finishes, custom built cabinetry, wood furniture, knife blocks, cutting boards, coasters, which I'll be showing in a little bit. And she's got an Instagram, which is IslandChick36. That's the link in the chat. And a Facebook page for translucent. Oh no, the translucent finishing link is broken. Good evening, Cosmic43. Good to see you. Edenwith wants to know if we can pay to have Dan come over and play the TCG soundtrack live. When next week, when we do music stuff, we can for sure cajole him into playing the Crimson Diamond music theme live, and maybe doing some improvisation. I'm so sorry, Anna. That last link is not. Why is that not? That's annoying. I'm sorry. Yeah, the link doesn't work. I'm gonna have to let me fix that actually right now, because I can do that right now on the spot. But yeah, Anna, I visited her. Oh my goodness, Anna, was that a couple years ago? Anna was the wonderful hostess. She showed me the charms of Victoria, and just wonderful work. I'll be showing the coaster she's given me in a little bit, but I just have to fix that link. So give me a second here. And what's great about her business is the coasters and cutting boards and things that she makes are from kind of reclaimed wood or end cuts that would go in the garbage otherwise, and she creates these beautiful items that I enjoy a lot. And actually, hold on, I want to concentrate when I'm doing this, but I need to fix that link right now. So hold on, sorry about this. Okay, yeah, sorry, yeah, and I just took the links. Where is it? Showing. Okay, show 25 entries. That's. Okay, let me fix this link, sorry, and then I've got a fun story that I think you might like. Okay, translucent finishing. Is that gonna work? Let me try that really quick. Let's see if that's gonna work. TF. Is that gonna work? No. What? Is that an underscore? Hold on, I'm gonna check the actual thing on Facebook. I just copied and pasted it. I don't know why it's not working. We will figure this out. Translucent finishing. There's a space in it. I don't know. No space. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Okay. Sorry. Submit. Okay. Yes, that one. Yeah, that one, Anna. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. Third time's the charm. Okay, this looks like it's okay. Good. It's doing okay now. The link is correct, and let me just fix the timed one too. And if anyone wants to see the links again, it's the command is exclamation point TF. Okay, great. Okay, that should be settled. Okay, great. Sorry. Okay. So yes. Now there's been some comment made on the size of this mug that I have, how it's kind of a gigantic mug, and it is. So Anna saw this on one stream, and she said, you know, that's kind of a big mug, and a big mug needs a big coaster. So she sent me this. This gigantic coaster. Look how smooth this is. It's beautiful. And the wood in this is Douglas fir on either side, so that's local to her area. And the middle strip here is maple, of course. So it's a beautiful piece. I love it, and I've got it here, and it's gonna, yeah, it fits just like this. Big wood. Yes. Most of the mugs look quite like that. Yes. Most of the mugs I have look pretty big, and to be honest, they are large mugs because when I make tea, I will steep it a really long time, and I like to have a gigantic mug on hand. So this is, I don't know, big. It's big. They are big. But probably not as big as you might think. I mean, it's not like a novelty mug or anything, or a big gulp size or anything. Okay, so let's see. Eating With wants to know how this compares to a CD case. So why don't we take out our Hoyle book of games that we just always have over the camera? It's about this, it's a bit bigger actually. It's a bit bigger than a CD case. Just slightly taller, I'd say, right? So we're going to put our Hoyle book of games back up there. Okay, yeah. Beautiful piece, nice and smooth, so this finishing gorgeous. And I imagine this is an end cut of wood that she's turned into this beautiful craft item. Hey Albionium, good to see you. Okay, so that's this one. And then when I was visiting Anna in Victoria, I actually bought a few things from her, some beautiful coasters that I'm not sure if she still sells this kind, but we have these beautiful, these are called live edge, what Anna calls them, so you still get the beautiful look of the bark here. These are fruit wood. You can see this gorgeous grain. I have a little bit of a slideshow to show so that you can see these things better. And they have that still that smooth, beautiful, waterproof, heat-proof finish on them. These are gorgeous, one-of-a-kind pieces. You haven't had these ones since, Anna. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, these are great. So the story with these ones is I have a set of 4 of these. So, I mean, I've only got 3 here right now. But I do have 4 of them. And so when I was taking photos of them, I gave my mom one. And so she had it up on her desk. And I took the one from her desk and I brought it downstairs to take photos of them all. And during the time I had done that, she had gone up to her desk with her cup of tea, looking to put it on, put her cup of tea on the coaster, and couldn't find it. And so 2 minutes later, when I brought it back up, she said she was looking for her coaster. That's how much she uses it every day and enjoys it, Anna. So I wanted to tell you that, how much my mom really loves that piece. I love the piece too. That's that. And yeah, I'm going to quickly show, let's go to show and tell view. Let's go to Anna stuff. Yeah, so here, just to give you a better idea of what these things look like, because in camera they're not ever going to be as good. Anna, thank you for subscribing. 7 months. Thank you so much. Awesome. Yeah, so here's the piece. Here's the maple, Douglas fir maple with a maple strip. You're also strangely possessive of your coasters, the Deluxe Talks. Yeah, I love these pieces. In fact, there's one I use for drinks, and other things I put, like my favorite rocks, I'll put on one of these. You have sandstone coasters. Cool. You like to coaster through life, Anna. So here's a close-up look of this beautiful grain, this fruit wood, the silky smooth top. Wonderful. There's another one. And I love how, yeah, these things are reclaimed wood. These things would have just been tossed. Instead, they're beautiful, unique items that I can enjoy all the time. My mom enjoys it all the time. And Anna is a lovely, lovely, lovely person. This is the one my mom picked. Of course, my mom picks the best looking one, and I'm not going to say no to my mom. So this is the one that she took. Here's all 4 of them. Yeah, so you can see there's 2 different types of wood here. 2 different kinds of trees. Thank you, Anna. Your coasters are gorgeous. Yeah, I really treasure these things. And of course, I've got this necklace too, which I think is also in this little. Yeah, so here's the necklace. Anna and I bartered. Um, this is a maple leaf, hand carved maple leaf made of maple wood, and so carved by her neighbor. And Anna did the beautiful, gorgeous finish on it. And we bartered. So that is what um, Anna got, and so I gave her in exchange. I did um, a portrait for her. So this is Anna, and so we traded those two things. Does it have maple smell? It does not have maple smell. But yeah, so this is something I like to wear when I go to events. I like to wear my maple leaf. So that's that one. And I also wanted to show some of the other work. So that's kind of like a side thing Anna does. Translucent finishing actually does custom cabinetry, like much bigger jobs, and so I want to show that stuff too. Uh, so here are some yeah, cutting boards. You could see this beautiful different kinds of wood that they put together to make these beautiful cutting boards that they sell at craft fairs, stuff like that. Yeah, Anna's portrait, I have to say, is one of my favorite portraits that I've ever done. Yeah, Larry girl. Yeah. Yeah, Anna's a big fan of the Leisure Suit Larry games, and Al Lowe. She got to meet Al Lowe and hang out with him at one of the PAX events, and I wanted to make her a Larry girl. Here's a look at this. Look at the finish on these. Look at the beautiful finish that Anna puts on these, and the wood is stunning. Here's some coasters. This is similar to, I guess, the kind of coaster that I have. $5 each, by the way, Anna, which is a steal of a deal, and I don't know if you've increased the prices since then. $5 for a one-of-a-kind item that is functional and beautiful. Yes, maple and purple heart on the boards. Yeah, these boards here. Yeah, beautiful. Chihuahua wants to know, Anna, do you sell them online? Do you have an online store? Here is some custom cabinetry that she's done. Her company does, of course, they do cabinetry as well. Beautiful shelving, custom shelving units, things like that. Solid build. This is amazing. Look at the cupboard, the cabinet fronts on these. Some nice work. I never played Leisure Suit Larry 7 Edenwaith. I don't actually know that I've played any of them. I think I've just watched a bunch of Let's Plays of Leisure Suit Larry games. But of course, the EGA, I love the EGA so much. And also, they would do repairs, so they would repair scratched up cupboards. Oh, Anna says that she does not yet have an online store, but you can message her if you have any particular requests or questions. I'm just going to drop the link down again in the chat. Anna. Yeah, Anna is amazing. Anna is amazing, and her work is amazing. And I'm so lucky to have all these items, and especially this one here. This is very special to me. And these are great butcher blocks. And it's a matter of, yeah, I love when stuff isn't wasted and can be used to make something beautiful. So that's that. We're gonna go from here. I do have another little mini slideshow I want to do. Hold on, let's do Big Julia View. I do have another slideshow that I prepared for today, but we'll save that until an art break. But what it is, if you're curious about what it's going to be, it's a little bit of a talk about Art Nouveau, and some of the way that I've included a bit of Art Nouveau in the Crimson Diamond, especially the Lodge. There were some posters in the Lodge, and I think I've talked about them before, but I wanted to kind of give a side-by-side comparison of the actual real-life posters that exist and then the pixelated versions I've put in, and why I did that, and my first exposure to that Art Nouveau look, and how I've kind of used some of that in some of my past illustration work. So I'll show that later, because we should probably actually do some work, because it's nearly 8:30 and we haven't done anything yet. Yeah, there'll be an art time break. Why don't we say, so it's 8:30 now, so maybe 9:30 if I remember, we'll do an art an art break, and we'll talk about Art Nouveau, which is one of my favorites um, art movements, I suppose you can call it, because it wasn't just painting and art, it was architecture and furniture and jewelry, a bunch of things. Tika, good to see you. Fellow Canadian Tika. We got a lot of Canadians in here. Anna, CGG, Canadian. Me, Canadian. Tika. A few people here. Let's move on. So, last art stream, I did a bit of a test drive of Adobe Creative Cloud, and it works so much smoother for streaming. And I don't know why, and I'm not going to complain. It helps me work so much faster, because when I was working with Adobe CS2, I was streaming with Adobe Creative Suite 2 for it's been a year, and it's always been a struggle, and I try not to let it show, but there'd be a second lag between selecting a tool and having it actually work, and it's very frustrating when your tools kind of fight you like that, and it doesn't let you get to work smoothly. And I found that Adobe Creative Suite, the Photoshop Creative, Adobe Photoshop Creative Cloud is really good for that, actually. And oh, you know what? I didn't run the trailer yet. Let's run the trailer. I'll run the trailer, and then we're gonna get down to work, and I'll show you Adobe Creative Cloud, and we'll talk a little bit about EGA, and we'll get to work again on the man and his bucket. Let's cut the music. And here we go. Here's the trailer for, so the Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io. Please play them if you like them. Please wishlist. And the trailer will give you a pretty good idea of the gameplay that is in it, and how the text parser works. Here we go. Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS. Okie dokie. Tika, you like the moose? I had to put the moose in because, Quest for Glory 1 has the moose in the event. Is it called the Adventurers Guild? The Fighters Guild has one. The Colonel's Bequest has that rhinoceros head, almost in the same part of the screen. The Colonel's Bequest one in the study, and quite a few games have some kind of version of that. Yeah, okay, Tika, all 5 Quest for Glory games have a moose. How could I not have a moose or something like that? It's pretty Canadian too. Let us get on to Photoshop. So let me do this. So yell at me. Okay, I'm gonna switch screens, and then I'm gonna switch screens, and you can yell at me if you don't see it in a few moments. Okay. So this is Photoshop's Creative Cloud, and here is what we've been working on for a while. And all we've really been doing has been just cleaning up the tree area. Crop preview. Why is this a crop preview? Channel. What? Okay, here we go. That was weird. I'm still figuring out how to use this. Hello, Dame Karen. Welcome to stream. Yeah, we're working on a bit of pixel art for my game, and we work really slow here. Thank you. The fish in the bucket look great. We haven't touched those 2 things for a while. We're just cleaning up these trees. I'll show you what. So this is kind of the progress we've been making the past few times. So. I'm just trying to make everything a bit clearer and a little cleaner, and then eventually we're going to do an animation, but we're not getting to that today. That would be a little bit ambitious. Thank you, Dame Karen. You say that it's beautiful. It's coming along. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, let's create a new layer. Yeah, this there's a few things. Of course, it's going to have changed in the intervening 15 years since I've used a new Photoshop. But one of the things that kind of threw me off when I was when I first started using it is the way the zoom works. It's kind of, it really does a zoomy kind of effect, but it's just one of those things that you can get used to. But that's kind of unsettling for me, but it's minor. And yes, there will be animation, a very, very brief animation, but first, of course, we have to get everything right before we get to that. And what I'm seeing right now is, it's nice. It's actually nice to leave something alone for a little while and come back to it, because what I'm seeing right now is I want the tree to, this tree to have a bit more branch coming forward. So we're gonna work on that a little bit. And I'm trying to use all the kind of the shortcut keys on the side of this, although I probably won't right now because I don't want to stick my face in the camera. So we're not going to do that. But yeah, already I can see I want for there to be kind of an even composition. I want the branch of that tree to come this way to echo the one that's coming in from the right. Okay, let us see. Next week should be Dan again, coming back with some music. I'm not sure what it will be, but we'll figure it out. It might be another cozy theme, but this time kind of like a daytime nice theme, like something warmer. Because what he eventually came up with last week was really nice and beautiful, and we're definitely going to use it. But we need something a little bit brighter, I think. So we'll be working on that. Next week. Oh, that was kind of weird. Yeah, still figuring this out. There are a few differences. One of the differences I discovered in Photoshop Creative Cloud versus Photoshop CS2 is the crop tool that is default in CS2 is not the same default tool in Creative Cloud. I learned that the hard way today, but it's nested in that tool. And what I mean by that is this tool here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th from the top. The for whatever reason the default tool for this particular toolbar is Prospective Crop, and I had a lot of fun figuring that out. It didn't take me too long, but it was kind of unsettling. That's one thing that I discovered. And of course, anything that's just a little bit different, you think, no, I don't want that. It's not what I want. Well, but so far it's been pretty good. I don't have any major real complaints. When I complained about the way that the zoom accelerates like this, kind of like a Foster Shop, who actually does work for Adobe, said, we could look into, asking the engineers about adjusting the acceleration curve on the zoom in and zoom out. And I said, you know what? Forget I said anything. It's so minor. It's just something I have to get used to. And it's not a big deal. But like I said, anything that's just a little bit different. Oh no, it's different. Different can be good sometimes. Tika wants to know, does it let you change the defaults? I don't know, but now that I've changed to what I want it to be, it kind of it's been staying like that, so it's kind of okay. Another thing that I'm not crazy about is the way the tab system works here. So if I open up a new document, let's open up a foresty scene. It opens up in another tab, and I prefer it to be in another window itself. But it's like easy enough to just pull it out like this, so it's not a huge deal. I just I don't like the tab version, but that's fine. That's another minor thing. Like I said, there's nothing that has been a deal breaker when it comes to this stuff. Okay. And I think... Cool. Okay. Oh, what was that? Why isn't that doing anything now? Learning, learning, learning. Why isn't the spacebar hand tool moving the canvas around anymore? Oh, Cosmic 43, you like the pine trees? Thank you. I like making them. I like making the little pine trees. And we'll get into more trees very soon. But yeah, it's so this is a scene that is in the introductory sequence of the game, and it it's still a work in progress. Oh wow, that drift is weird. I think it just has to do with the lag. I think that's why it's doing that. What else can I talk? Oh yeah, what else can I talk about really with this? Not sure. Let's see. I kind of feel like I want to limit the number of colors that are in this scene, so I don't think I'll be adding more color than there is here. The EGA palette is 16 colors, but for nighttime scenes, I do like to not use all the colors. Cosmic Void 3 says, don't worry about speed. I spent the entire evening yesterday drawing one bush. This evening, drawing another bush. How many bushes do you have to draw, Cosmic Void 3? And yeah, I saw something about, is a demo coming out on Steam for you soon? I thought I caught something like that. But my memory is no good. So if that is true, good luck with the launch of that. Jim Matt wants to know, will you be animating the fire and causing a flicker effect? I think I will attempt that. Yeah, we're thinking flicker. So I think there'll be some flickering on the shadowing here, and nothing crazy. I don't think we're going to carry it through to the actual guy, but yeah, some subtle stuff here. Maybe a spark or two. Yeah, I think we're going to do something like that. That is not even a consideration right now, because we're going to be doing this 4 months. Yes, that's amazing. Cosmic Void 3, June 9th is the release of the Corruption Within. That is amazing. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Yeah, the artwork in Cosmic Void 3's game, speaking of palettes, is a wonderfully, wonderfully restricted palette. Yes. Oh, regarding cozy music, I know this track that might be the kind of vibe you're looking for. Ontario musician has a warm Celtic vibe. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I'm not. I'm gonna open up in I can't play it right now. It's called Galician Night by Searson. I'm gonna open that just so I have it to refer to later. But yeah. Yeah, there would be a bit of it would be nice to have a bit of a Celtic touch. Nancy is an Irish Canadian. That would be very, very suitable for the game. Let's see. Yes, thank you for the example. And yeah, if it's something that I think might be useful, I'll definitely pass it on to Dan. The jitters are starting to crop up. Of course. I think all told, the animation for this scene will probably be 3 to 6 frames. 3 to 6 frames. In Cosmic 43, you're pretty much doing that on your own too. The Corruption Within, right? Yeah, that's awesome. It's very, very exciting. I'm jealous. Oh, you know what? That line doesn't work for me anymore. I'm thoroughly jealous. Yeah, I might get rid of this one altogether. Just not doing much. Let's see. Okay. Crazy about this. But yeah, it's like I said, Creative Cloud, super smooth. Super smooth. Oh, you have a musician on the soundtrack as well. So Cosmic Void 3, is it just you and the musician then? Doing who did the whole game? Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what? VLC Media Player, did it crash again? Oh, I just didn't put it back on again. I don't think I put it back on. I really like this piece actually that's playing right now. Okay. You are doing the art and coding, but the actual story design is done by Dave Seaman. Cool. Indie Game News 1. At Indie Game News 1. Cool. Still, that's a very, very small team, so congratulations. So I don't want to hum to this, but I really like this piece. I find in the Great Canadian Tune Book, which is playing right now, there's a lot of songs that sound kind of samey, and this one really doesn't. It stands out quite a bit. It's a particularly good one, I think. It's Farewell to Nova Scotia, Jim Matt. Thank you. I'm going to write that down because maybe I'll actually want to listen to a real version. Not to say that this isn't real music, because it is to me, but Farewell to Nova Scotia is gorgeous. Thank you, thank you. Farewell to Nova Scotia. It just rolls right along. Good to see you, Reverend Pixel. Yeah, if there's any other tracks that I like, I will mention it in case anyone else can name any of these things. The thing is, in VLC Media Player, they do have names, but they're incomplete names. You can see it's just one thing. I think this one's probably called, that was probably called Farewell or something, Nova Scotia maybe. So it's really not enough information. I do have a text file that has all the song names in it, but I usually just let it go and not really consult them. This is another good piece. Yeah, this is another one. 2 Captain Disaster games. So Dave's Captain Disaster games. I didn't know Captain Disaster. There's 2 of them. Death has. Oh, I've heard of Death Has a Million Stomping Boots. Yes. The other one, The Dark Side of the Moon, is free on Steam. That's always nice. I think this will also be an evergreen tree. Let's do that. And there will be another Captain Disaster game. Cool. I love all the games coming out. Speaking of which, is it still? Speaking of which, Xavier Nelson, whom I'm working with on Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, and let me just check. I gotta check if I still have that link active. But Xavier Nelson, who is a creative director, game designer extraordinaire, who did Hypnospace Outlaw with Jay Tholen. He did. He's working on Skatebird. He's working on Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, which I'm working on him with. We're working on an unannounced game with Sweet Baby. He's working on 50 different things at once. An airport for aliens currently run by dogs. Just released. And it's an adventure kind of game that has stock photographs of dogs. And it looks amazing. But yeah, I'm going to just see if I have the Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator link active. AOM Bean, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if I have this here. If I have SWAT still here. I don't. Anyway, I'm actually going to do a link to, I should have arranged this, but I'm going to get a link to an airport for aliens currently run by dogs for people and drop that in chat. Because Xavier, it's 10% off right now, just released. And Xavier he makes the most interesting creative games. He's a lovely person to work with. I can't recommend him enough for games. So let's put that in chat. If I can figure out how. How do I don't know how to use Twitch. Oh, eating away this top chatter? Congratulations. Okay. Can I just drop it here? Is that gonna work? Good. Okay, yes. I have dropped the link, the Steam link for an airport for aliens currently run by dogs, and I recommend you guys check it out. It's absurd and adorable and different, which is what I want from my games. And if you guys are interested, yeah, please do check that out. Okay, back to this. Yes, thank you. Yeah, detail is a funny thing to get at this resolution, but I like the fact that people kind of have to fill in the blanks themselves. You forgot that Twitch has a light mode, Deluxe Tux? I do too. I don't understand, I guess it's better for legibility, but yeah, the dark mode, just for people who sit in a cave like I do all day, darker the better. In fact, most of my screens are often turned down to maybe about 20% brightness. I think my phone is at 20% brightness at all times. And actually, I do believe Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator. In fact, I'll drop that link too while we're at it. Okay. And because I do want to show that, because it's kind of a really cool looking game, and I did some of the art for that. So let's get that on there too. Um, oh, Anna CG, of course. Yeah, it's gonna. Hopefully, it's gonna keep doing that about every 15 minutes. Yeah, Anna, thank you for dropping. I'm glad you came because I did want to have you here so I could show you how much I love your stuff and share you that little story about my mom missing her coaster for the 2 minutes I was taking a picture of it. She was like, "Oh, did I move it? Did I put it somewhere?" So yes, she loves the coaster. Coaster mom, yes. Yes. Oh, Dame Karen is one of these people who likes natural daylight. I do like it too. I mean, that isn't fair, but I do a lot of my work at night, and so that's why I use dark mode quite a bit. Your mother-in-law got those glasses to remove blue light because she was getting a lot of really bad headaches as she moved her business online. Yes, I've seen those. They kind of got a yellow tinge to them, right? Yes, Eden with you are top chatter, so congrats on that. Let's I'm gonna drop that. So this is the link for Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, and I did the portrait art for it, and I did the little inventory, the little organ icons. The little, yeah, teeny tiny 16, I think was it 16 by 16 or 20 by 20? Very tiny little organ icons. So that was a lot of fun. And another person who was working on Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator was Ben Chandler, who works with Why Games. He made the art for Unavowed, Shardlight, um, what other, some other stuff. Some other stuff. Yeah. Hunter 1043, not a fan of the sun. Okay, I'm a fan of the sun in small doses. I do use a heck of a lot of sunblock. I do like it, but I definitely am a night owl. Yeah, exactly. Either way, that was my point about legibility. Some people for legibility, it's easier to have that high contrast black on white background. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Slat Studio, good to see you. Welcome back to stream. You like how the trees are looking? Uh, I'm having fun with it. I'm trying to, just we're painting happy little trees with little squares. That's what we do here. Every other week, every other week, you can get your fix of happy little trees. But it won't take as long as on this as we did for the exterior shot of the Royal Canadian Museum. I guarantee and promise that we won't. The happiest trees are pixelated trees. I'd like to think these are pretty happy trees. Yes, Deluxe Ducks, thank you. I was drawing a blank. Ben Chandler worked on the Blackwell series, the Shiva, Techno Babylon, and some non-Wajidai game stuff like the Charnel House trilogy. Yeah, and he did the 3D modeling stuff in Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator. Oh, yeah. That whole team on that game. Xalavier Nelson put together like a really cool bunch of people on that. And yeah, we had this systems guy who is making Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator compatible with Kinect, which is beautiful. Yeah, he's a tech wizard. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a really rewarding thing to do. And I can't wait for it to come out. I can't, because I see the Discord, I see the stuff that they're pushing and changes and all the fun little things that they're adding. And oh look, VLC Media Player crashed again. Yeah, I see all the cool stuff that they add, and it's fascinating, and I think it looks really good. I love the palette too on that game. It's pink and green. It's fun. I don't know why this keeps crashing. I need my tunes. 6 hours of Canadian folk music. Midi Canadian folk music. Yeah. How long did the Royal Canadian Museum take? Slash Studio wants to know. We didn't keep track. Every video of it is on the YouTube channel, the Julie Minamata YouTube channel, so we could find out. But I don't think anyone wants to know, and if you find out, don't tell me. Deluxe Tux, does Winamp play MIDI files? I mean, does it... It might not default, but can I install like a sound font to play MIDI files on Winamp? Oh, it's supposed to be a bug with the latest update to VLC, probably why. I haven't updated my VLC in a while, so maybe I should. Winamp plays MIDI. Alright, I'm going to look into that. I will look at... Let me write this down. Because, yeah, I don't know what is going on here. Yes, when I was in Victoria, staying with Anna and her lovely family, we went to Butchart Gardens, which is beautiful. We went to see the mansion that is supposed to be the X Mansion that was seen in Deadpool and I don't know, the other movies. Some of those other movies. Some of the other X-Men movies. I don't know, did I do that on myself? I might have... Did me and Jess go to that? Anyway, a lot of fun stuff. Just to Jeffy, good to see you. Falco Soft, let me write this down. Falco Soft. MIDI player works well, okay. Falco Soft. MIDI player with Munt VSTI for MT32. Okay, great. Thank you. This is part of the reason why I like having you guys here, because it's almost like a bunch of people who know more than me about just about everything that I can ask things of. And you know what, Deluxe Tux? Out of anyone, I believe that you would say this, and you did. You have an old spare laptop with a version of VLC that is about 15 years old, out of date, and has never crashed. Oh, Anna, no, you were the most amazing hostess, Anna. Next time you guys come down, I need to have more spare time while you felt so busy. Anna, you're running your own business, and you have a family. You were amazing. You were absolutely amazing. And I would like to visit you again. Sometime in the future, I'd love to do that again. And that recreation center you guys have in Victoria, the one you took us to, that pool is incredible. It's the biggest pool I've ever seen. It was like a double-sized Olympic pool. I don't know what that was. The Commonwealth. Yes, because they built it for the Commonwealth Games in Victoria, right? It was the most incredible athletic facility I have ever used. You know, one thing that I like to do with these is the far left evergreen tree that only is a bunch of spattering of black and dark blue pixels. I want it to look closer than the other trees, so what you need to do is I need to make these shapes bigger, I think. Because actually, well, I think I'll bring that down. I'll bring this all down, and so these shapes have to be larger. Blah Holson with a fun fact. Jungle Skog means jungle forest. That's the kind of forest that's in Victoria, I'm assuming? Because it's so temperate there? Jungle forest. Yeah, Victoria is beautiful. And I actually have some rocks from that area, too. Most of the island is rainforest. Oh, Anna, you lucky duck. You lucky duck. And Anna was great because she's lived there her entire life. So when we would just go around the neighborhoods and everything, she'd point out, oh, these are the trees that got planted at this certain time to commemorate this particular event, and she knew everything. There's nothing better than going to a new place and having a highly knowledgeable local guide you. It really enhances the experience. And yeah, I don't know how long I was there, and I think I was there for 4 days with you. I was not nearly enough to see everything Victoria has to offer. Oh, and the museum was amazing too. The museum was amazing. Oh, Dame Karen, you know a couple people who recently moved to that island. One day you have to see the islands and Canada. Yes, yes, please do. Please do. Yeah, that area in particular is, yeah, something else. Really. I think we're gonna put another one of those. Do I want to put another plane tree here first, maybe? We'll see what that looks like. Yeah, I can't say I have particularly fond memories of Kmart or Zellers or Zehrs or. But I get it. When you grow up with something, no matter what it is, it's very easy to get attached. Oh, Dame Karen, you live in Victoria on the other side of the world, so hopefully one day. That would be fun if you took pictures of a bunch of Victoria signs and just made it, after the fact, made it to be like, oh yeah, I went on vacation, and it's just everything just says Victoria still. I went to Victoria on vacation. Oh, local store in Philly called Clover that was Kmartesque. Kmartesque. And so, okay, you're gonna have to explain this your story a little bit more. Your only real memory of Kmart is going there in grade 8 on school lunch and going back to school with your purchases in a giant Kmart bag. And your friend ran up and said, "Oh my God, Anna, what are you doing carrying that bag in the school? People will see it." Was it what? Was it taboo to shop at Kmart? Was it not cool? Mm. Oh, I don't want that eraser. Mode brush, pencil. Yes, all these departments in one store. What a convenience. I don't know how department stores, or that kind of store, well, department stores in particular, I don't know how they survive. But yeah, like that type of big box store, I can totally get it. And why are my square brackets not adjusting the size of my brush anymore? Or my eraser? Did I freeze just now? What's going on? Oh. Okay, so it's adjusting the size now. Eraser. Okay, that's weird. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Anytime anything slightly goes wrong, just alarm bells start ringing in my head. Flat Holson, you're in the wrong chat window. That happened to me last week when Dan rated. No. When did that happen? I rated Retrograde Tom at some point, and I was totally in my own chat, and no one else was there, and I was talking to myself for about 3 minutes. Okay, 9:09 right now. So 9:30, I said we're gonna do our little Art Nouveau talk. Oh, Justin Jeffy has a zealous memory of loading up a 50-cent large solid chocolate bunnies clearance after Easter weekend every year. I remember large solid chocolate bunnies. Those things were, yeah, they were rock solid. But they felt like you were getting value, you know? Oh, deluxe tux. Growing up, your parents bought almost everything from department stores like Strawbridge's and Macy's. Yeah, I think my parents were the same, in terms of like appliances potentially and furniture. But I think at that time, this there wasn't really another option. Now I know this song. This is En Roulant Ma Boule Roulant. Devor. Hello Tuesdayers. Tuesdayers, I like that. Goemon Sama, hello, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Tuesdayers. Crimson Tuesdayers. I like it. AOM bin. You also remember the solid bunnies? Those things you had to just really you had to get into them with the back teeth. That's what I remember. And they, I don't know. I mean, you would eat them over a course of weeks. Well, at least I would, because it was a bit of a workout to eat those. Oh, Crimson Crew. Okay. Oh yes, Dame Karen. Yeah, for us it's Crimson Tuesday. Yeah. And exactly. You could eat the same chunk of bunny for days, and the thing is covered in tooth marks, except for the bit in the middle you haven't eaten yet. Oh, AOM bean, you would get them from your grandma. That's awesome. And Slat Studio would go with a butter knife on your solid chocolate bunny. I feel like I've done that a couple times. I think that sounds familiar. And very dangerous, but familiar. And Dame Karen is chatting from the future. How is it there, by the way? Weeks? Okay, Anna CGG, how much time would it take you to eat a solid chocolate Easter bunny? I would like to know. Were you using a belt sander? Because I know you have those. Crimson Crew? Okay, I'll write this down. I will say, there is a Crimson Diamond fan page on Facebook, and I've been referring to people as Crimsonites. Because I kind of liked Crimsonite, because Crimsonite could be like a mineral, but Crimsonite could also be, like a demonym, I think the word is, right? Kind of like Canadian, Hittite. Yes, Eating with would like to know, Dame Karen, if are there flying cars in the future in like 14 hours from now? Will there be flying cars? Yes, Anna, the belt sander in the shop is truly the magic. Not bad, actually. Okay, so Dame Karen says Wednesday morning is okay. Everyone, so take note. Wednesday morning will happen, and it's kind of okay. Oh, yes, and Cosmo Void 3 was on the podcast, the CGG podcast. And Anna, if you want to drop a link to the CGG podcast, please do. I can see Anna using the belt sander on a solid chocolate bunny and transforming the solid chocolate bunny into just a fine powder and eating it with a spoon. Just adding a little bit of water to make it a paste. Ooh, Abe, Dame Karen, you never knew there were solid bunnies, but you did take an axe to a gobstopper once. That sounds like a story. Yeah, I think, that's a good perspective, Anna. So Anna is saying, before the CGG podcast, now Anna is one of the hosts for the Computer Gaming Guild podcast, along with Rick and Paul. And it's nice to know that the hosts also get nervous before the start of the episode, because I've done a few episodes with them and a few other podcasts, and I of course everyone gets nervous. That's good to know. Ah, Dame Karen said they tried hoverboards but they exploded. Yeah, a regular old skateboard is pretty dangerous in my eye, and so the idea of one that flies. But I guess that didn't last for very long, because considering flying cars are 14 hours in the future. Yes, thank you, Anna. CGG has linked the Cosmic Void 3 CGG podcast in for you in chat. I have not listened to it yet, but all the episodes are wonderful because the hosts are very charming and knowledgeable. You see, Anna really took the time to play the game and read the information about the game. So good prep. Good prep. Yes, exactly. Eat away. Cracking gobstopper looks like looks like cracking up an agate. Yeah, I've got actually an agate, a big agate marble that it does kind of look like a planet, and it looks like it would be. It kind of does remind me a bit of a gobstopper because it has those layers. Oh, the gobstopper versus axe. The gobstopper did not break, and you tried fireplace and old oven implements, and it literally was so hard. Wow, wow. Deluxe Tug says solid chocolate bunnies are great. It's basically an impenetrable slab. I know what dogs feel like when you give them one of those massive rawhide bones. So true. So true. Oh. Segways and hoverboards are not allowed to park at the local casino, Dame Karen. It sounds like there was a story behind that one. Ooh, lamb sog on Cooking Tuesday, Day of War. Fresh naan bread is nice. And paneer. I like that the little cubes of that very mild cheese. Um, I've had that with my mom, and it's kind of like tofu almost. And I think we're gonna add more of those trees. Yes, endless hours of determined fun. When you're a kid, a bored kid is actually got a lot of, can get into a lot of trouble, can learn a lot of things along the way. And Anna would put her gobstopper on the headboard. It would last forever. I would stick with it. I don't think I've ever taken a break from a gobstopper and come back to it. I think I just would get through it. But I can't even believe that's something you're allowed to give to kids. Hmm. Yes, paneer. You like to so Anna likes to buy paneer and put it in casseroles and scrambled eggs and things because it doesn't melt and it holds its shape. Yeah, nice. I love paneer. I love mild cheeses. I like buffalo mozzarella as well. I like bocconcini cheese as well. Ooh, yes, yes. Gobstoppers are a choking hazard. Marshmallows are also a choking hazard, and that's another one where, yeah, there is a glutinous rice cake called mochi. That it's not the kind that you think of when you see mochi like in the freezer section of the grocery stores here, where they're kind of soft. They've got a bit of chew, but you can bite through them, and sometimes they have ice cream in the middle. Mochi in Japan is a glutinous rice cake that is just a glutinous rice cake, but it's got a lot more chew to it. It's very stretchy, and every year people die from choking on it. But that did not stop my mom from feeding it to us. but she would cut it into small pieces that were probably still chokeable. Yeah, it's not the mochi ice cream, Osma. So I know that's what people think of when they think mochi here, but mochi actually is a bit different in Japan. Yeah, yeah, mochi here is yeah, completely another thing. We did learn to chew our food very well in our house, and everyone should. I think it's very important for everyone. Chewing your food well really helps with digestion, and also stops you from stuffing yourself. Because if you take the time to just eat, it's actually more enjoyable, and you will feel fuller sooner. Well, fuller. Um, you're supposed to feel fuller like 20 minutes into starting eating, and so if you take your time, that you'll hit that quicker, is the theory. But yes, it's just better for you. Yes, Anna verifies the 20-minute thing. Yeah. Take your time. Enjoy the food. If you can, of course, I mean, there's just sometimes it's just not possible. Ah, Deluxe Tux, you got a subscription from your sister that sends you a monthly variety box of Japanese snacks. That's nice. Yeah, I have relatives in Japan still, and they will send a parcel that is loaded with stuff sometimes you can't get here, and there's some really interesting stuff in there. Put down your utensils between every bite. Is that what your parents told you, Anna? Oh yeah. Oh, Dame Karen, I completely understand the impulse, especially with toddlers, to fill their mouths. Yeah, like a frog. Yeah. Oh, I know. But that's how choking happens. Yeah, I don't even know if that's just like a myth with the 20 minutes thing. I don't know, but apparently it takes your body a little while to register that it's full. So if you slow down, then you end up eating less and feeling full. That's the idea. Anyway. Yeah, sembe is good. Sembe rice crackers are good, and they do sell them at a bulk barn here in Canada. But if you can get like the real stuff, it's like a completely different world. And there's a bunch of different varieties too. Yeah, I'm a big fan of sembe. It's kind of it's a rice cracker that is roasted, and also there's like a soy sauce coating on it, but it's not sticky or anything. I don't know what they do. It's like a glaze, but not sticky. It just makes it shiny and gives it a little bit of flavor, umami flavor. Dried seaweed is also good. Yeah, Anna, those seasoned dry seaweed snacks are really good too. I know what you mean, and they're great. You can buy huge boxes of that stuff at Costco. Yes, I've also had that. And you can choke on just about anything. And Slash Studio is right. Kids are terrible at eating. Here's a tip also: like make sure if you're when you're eating, you have a beverage with you to help wash stuff down. I think it's really important. Really hydrate yourself. It also helps with digestion and stuff. A lot of times kids don't drink enough. Um, so I gotta check. I'll just check my activity stuff here. TAJ, thank you for the follow. Awesome. Yeah, the dried seaweed Cosmo 43 is it's like the sheet. It's nori. It's called nori, and it's like these big sheet. Well, they don't have to be big sheets. In the snack packs, they're like little things like this, and it's got like an oil on it, and it's sometimes it's got a teriyaki flavor, and it's delicious, and it's pretty lightweight in terms of eating something. Soy sauce and maple syrup go together well. Did not know that. Seared ramen pork belly. The stuff that they put in ramen, I don't know what that's called. Everything has a name. I just don't know what that is. Oh, you know what? It's almost 9:30. So I'm gonna take a bit of a snack break, and then we're gonna do the little Art Nouveau talk. Yes, Anna, that's a really good tip. One that I've heard recently. Retain some of your pasta water. It's how they make pasta amazing. So what you do is set aside a cup of your pasta water, mix it in right before you serve it to people. Mix it into the pasta? People pour soy sauce over ice cream in Japan, Maximus? And yes, I also, Dame Karen, that's another thing. I'm sprinkling water on rice if we're heating it. What I would do is I would moisten a paper towel and then kind of wring it out a bit so that the moisture distributes, and then put it over the rice and then put it in the microwave. Okay, into the pasta. Yeah, pasta water. I'm gonna have a snack. I'm gonna turn the mic off maybe for this. You don't need to hear me chew, I don't think. Anna, thank you for stopping by so much. It's always good to see you in chat. The CGG podcast is amazing. You're amazing. The stuff you do is amazing. All this. It's all beautiful and amazing. So thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to see you. And hopefully we can. This is the same color as my skin. Hopefully, we'll see you again in real life at some point. Good night. And Dame Karen, the other thing that's nice about the paper towel is it keeps the food from splattering. Oh, Deborah asks, I wonder how much better Julia would be at public speaking now after a year of streaming. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is great practice for that kind of thing for sure. For sure. Good luck with your work, Anna, as well. A final coat. You're putting a final coat on 300 feet of doors. 300 feet of doors. You need to go measure everything. You're trying to push your business to the next level and you're succeeding. I'm not surprised. You're a smart lady and you work hard. And I'm so happy to hear that. Self-employed, self-empowered. Yes, Anna, exactly. That's the dream, and you're living it. So I admire that quite a bit. A lot. I admire that a lot. And yes, Dame Karen, about the water, if you leave too much water in pasta and water, it does disintegrate. I find, yeah, ramen. My mom would say this to me is, when she would give us ramen for lunch or whatever, and she'd say you have to eat it all now because if you leave it, it will absorb the broth and just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So that would encourage us to eat everything. Just so you know, I cloned you to make that coaster. That's what happened when you visited. That's what I get for playing sci-fi. I don't know what that means. You cloned me. Yes, Dame Karen. Oh, Divor, thank you for the hooray for mystery things. Thank you for subscribing for 9 months. Thank you. Amazing. Yes, Dame Karen, report back with the paper towel thing and let me know what you think. And that's good. Yeah, Dave, or the deluxe text. After a few months of teaching, you haven't felt nervous speaking in front of people in ages, except like job interview panels. Of course, job interviews panels. Yeah. And Mouse Miss, yes, self-employed, either eat well or sleep well, never both. Yeah, if there were Julia clones, do you have them? Yeah, I need to hire them. Okay, we're gonna do the Art Nouveau bit now. Show and tell. Okay. Oops. Okay. Oh, this is not at the beginning. Not at the beginning, not at the beginning. Ignore all. Oh no! I don't even want to show this right now. I'm gonna have to though. This is all spoilers. I want to start from the beginning. Don't look? Where is this? Okay. Give me a second. Give me a second. This isn't right. Okay, there. Okay, here's the beginning. Yikes. Okay. Here is... Yeah, here's one of the screens in the game. Actually, it's an old version of it. It looks pretty much the same, though. This is one of the many posters or pieces of artwork I have in Crimson Lodge. I've showed this before, but just as a, for the benefit of those who haven't, or don't mind me repeating myself. This poster here, it's this poster in the corner. Here's a close-up, my version. And what it is this Alphonse Mucha poster, a cigarette poster. And it's one of his famous ones. One of the things about Art Nouveau I guess I can talk about is the era that it was made in. And I'm not sure the exact date for this, but generally Art Nouveau was 1890 to 1910. Crimson Diamond is set in 1914, so conceivably, some posters could potentially have made their way to the lodge. Dr. Mikachu, good to see you. Welcome to chat. I'm going to shout out Dr. Mikachu. Dr. Mikachu is a game developer, fellow game developer. And she knows how to use so many different game engines that is kind of amazing. And her streams are really educational, and she works on a bunch of different projects. Spell that right? Yes. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. The game rating on Crimson Diamond might be 12, I think. I don't know because of this. I don't know why. How were the posters produced? Hunter 1043 asks. I believe these were lithographs. Lithography. So lithography, I'm not actually exactly sure how this works, but litho meaning stone. They would put different inks laid on stones and somehow make these. I don't know. But yes. There are 5 art eras that mean new art. Renaissance, Art Nouveau, that's just off the top of my head. Modernism, maybe? Yes, press the stone on the paper. That's all I know about lithography. I'm sure there's more to it than that. But yes, so some of the trademarks of Art Nouveau is this naturalism, this movement, this dynamism. You get a lot of this hair. It's called whiptail hair, where it's obviously doing more than it would. Asymmetry is also big in it as well. Natural form. And it kind of faded by 1914, around the start of World War I. and it was followed by Art Deco in the 1920s. And I guess what I like a lot about Art Nouveau is, first of all, it's gorgeous and it's beautiful. But yeah, it was kind of before that era of Great World Wars. And I'm not going to say that it was a time of innocence or a golden age or anything like that, because they had their share of problems too. But I just do feel generally that, yeah, I mean, it was before these really horrible global wars. And there's something a little bit romantic about that idea. Yeah, Dame Karen, I love Art Nouveau. I love Art Deco. I love both of them. Um, the kid in me gravitates more to Art Nouveau, and I'll actually talk about why later on in this little slide presentation. Why that it got to me first, before Art Deco did. Ah, Dr. Mikasa dropped her art minor in college because she didn't want to take art history. So many paintings to memorize. Yes. Yeah, I took an art history course in college. I think it was a course I needed for my bachelor's of illustration, and yeah, they do some memorization. Yeah, Art Nouveau. So yeah, this is this one and this one. That's the piece I put in. Next piece is this is in the spare room. You can, yeah, this is actually a really old version of this room. It doesn't really look like this anymore. This room used to have like a little tea station to make tea, but I removed that. And the piece we're looking at is this piece in the upper left corner again. And here it is close up. Ah, yes. Dame Karen, you loved Art Deco because there was a cinema you used to go to that was Art Deco and showed many old movies on a huge screen. That's another reason why I think Art Deco is kind of more well known, especially with architecture, because Art Nouveau, that naturalism, that those sweeping forms and those curvilinear shapes are not really that practical when it comes to buildings. And you'll see some Art Nouveau buildings here and there, maybe in Spain and France, but there was not really that happening in North America. But Art Deco happened, at a time of pretty prosperous time in North America, and so you get these huge, gorgeous buildings in the States and a bit in Canada, but the States, like with the Chrysler Building, stuff like that, where it's these beautiful, beautiful skyscrapers that have these nice looks to them, and so Art Deco gets really a lot of more of a public face. Deluxe text. It's the difference between being forced to study something and doing it for your own pleasure, for sure. The room clearly has more than 16 colors. This one does? Yeah, I mean, there are a couple Art Nouveau buildings in Toronto for sure. Yes, and they're gorgeous, beautiful buildings. The detail and sort of the archways and all these types of things. You have this over the treetops. You have this exact poster in your bedroom. Okay, well, let's take a look at what the exact poster looks like. It's this absinthe. Beautiful piece. I don't know why I enjoy doing this so much, but I just do. There she is. And yeah, we got more curvilinear shapes. We've got that hair going. I love the hair in these pieces. And there we go. Okay, so next. In this room, the bar, we have another absinthe poster. It always seemed to be kind of in the upper left of that back wall for whatever reason. Oh, cool. Thank you, Over the Treetops. You're saying you recognize the art in the game demo in its pixelated form. Nice. Love it. Yeah, no, it doesn't actually, Dr. Mikachu. When they are this small, it didn't take too. I mean, I could have spent more time on them, of course, but I didn't. They just were a fun thing to try. Dame Karen, you said you could see. You can see me releasing a William Morris-esque series of pixel art wallpapers and prints. I actually have some pixel art wallpaper patterns on my Society 6 store. And yeah, so for instance, this room's wallpaper is a pattern that a repeating pattern I made in my Society 6 store that you can put on stuff. And it is a great way to practice pixel art. If you use really low resolution, is actually a nice challenge. Yeah, let's actually, hold on, let me go to Big Me scene, which is, I think, this one. Okay, let me find that. Let me see. I can show you what that looks like, if I can find it. My own Society 6 story, just to give you an idea. Oh, here it is. Okay, 1 second. I will share my screen again soon. I just want to open it up to the right thing. Okay, here it is. Okay, 1 second. I will show you the other products. Where are they? Okay, right. Okay, so let's go to okay, so this should be, hopefully you're seeing, okay, good. Yeah. Here's that print, and you can put it on a bunch of different stuff if you want. You know, it can go on mugs, it can go on just about anything. There you go. And yeah, so this store has, you know, you got some logo t-shirts here in red and in white and black and white. The full color logo we have on a bunch of different stuff. And also some more fun things, not just the logos. I've got this EGA color palette you can put on stuff. I do want to do more. This is kind of fun. Wooden wall art with the blocks like that. Yeah, I would like to do more with my Society 6 page, but it's just another thing to do, and I'd rather work on the game. But yeah, just some portrait pieces and walking cycles, and not a heck of a lot actually. Oh, Dr. Mikachu, you like the necklace? So yeah, this is something Anna CGG made for me. So this is made of maple wood. It's a hand carved maple leaf. Yeah, and I wear it to events and stuff. Yeah, the scene is called. The scene was, I call it Big Julia. I don't know if I named it that, but that's what Dan called it. I think he did coin that term. Oh, you like the shower curtain? Yeah, I love the shower curtains actually. It's a good point because it's for a huge piece of art that you see every day. The shower curtains are actually a pretty good deal, I think, and they're machine washable. This I love. I'm never gonna own this. I love this so much though. Look at this thing. First of all, I'm never gonna own it because they don't ship these to Canada. Yes, and Dr. Mikachu, if you go to Dr. Mikachu's stream, sometimes you'll see some of my other art on mugs. It's all good except the Nancy I Illuminati backpack. Yeah, the miniature of the cupboard would be cool. I just saw the fact I could put it on furniture, and I could not resist making a cupboard with the cupboard pattern on the front. And I want one, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. So here's another pattern that I made. This is a recolored version of the bathroom wallpaper. I do want to do more of this. Absolutely. I love making patterns. My illustration website has a link to a different Society 6 page that has illustration stuff on it. And I guess when I get into that stuff, I'll show you guys what that looks like. Because there's some stuff that does look like that. The stuff that Dr. Mikachu's talking about, I will show when we get to it in the presentation. But yeah, that's all this stuff. Anyway, so let's move on to show and tell view again. All right. Okay, so there's that one, and here's that piece. Another absinthe piece. Okay, next, so this was last year's Christmas card, and I have a Patreon, and the $5 a month tier Patreons get, if they want, and if they give me a mailing address, I mail them a Christmas card. physical Christmas card with a little handwritten message, happy holidays, thank you for your support. And this was last year's. Yes, Amberzine, yeah, this one. And this one is inspired by a Mucha piece, and I will show it and you will see how very much it's inspired. Actually, this is not even the most final version of the... I didn't look that closely when I was preparing this, so anyway, it gives you an idea of what the piece looks like. But yeah, here is the piece that it's inspired by. This is Princess Hyacinta, Princess Hyacinth, made by Alphonse Mucha. And is that the Crimson Diamond she's holding? She is holding a diamond. Very sharp eye, Cosmic Void 3. Thank you. Yeah, this was actually not the final version of this piece, but close enough. And yeah, I do this every year. Just it's the one thing that the $5 Patreons get. They get a physical card, and it's my pleasure to do it if they want it. But yeah, I figured I was kind of short on time last year. I was super busy. And I figured it would be quicker for me to just crib a design from someone else instead of designing. Because the part of designing something is actually a lot of work and takes a lot of time. So if I just took that pose and reused it myself, it saved me a lot of time. Okay. So that's another example of me loving Art Nouveau. And so this brings us to how I got first exposed to Art Nouveau. And it is through the Oz books by L. Frank Baum. L. Frank Baum had an illustrator he used for the Oz books named John R. Neal. And John R. Neal lived from 1877 to 1943, which means he lived through, a lot of the Art Nouveau movement and Art Deco. And I really see it in his artwork. And when I was a kid, this stuff really made an impression on me. And this is I couldn't find a better version of this, unfortunately. But yeah, we have, this is a Dorothy. This is back when Dorothy did not look like the who did the illustrations in the new ones, but she does not look like the movie version of Dorothy as we imagine her, which is the brown hair and the gingham dress. This was more of an original Dorothy. And did VLC Media Player crash again? Yes, it did. No. Oh, VLC Media Player, you are not long for this world, my friend. Okay. This was the original Dorothy, and this is Princess Osma. Princess Osma has these giant poppies in her hair. This dress is gorgeous. Fractal Mind Mike also votes for Winamp. Goemon Sama, you just started reading the Oz books. Yeah, she looks like a little girl here and not a Judy Garland. Yes. So this is what Dorothy originally looked like. Well, one of the ways that she originally looked. And so John R. Neal made these pieces. And I loved Ozma. Ozma was a beautiful fairy princess, and I was a kid who loved princesses and fairy princesses. And so Ozma was the epitome of fairy princessness that I loved so much. And to me it is very Art Nouveau. I mean, it's not explicitly Art Nouveau like the way the posters are, but there is definitely that influence in it. And I remember this really standing out for me, these pieces, because she was supposed to be the most beautiful fairy princess ever, kind of. And there's just something about that really stuck out to me, made a big impression. And what you'll see is what I did eventually was I made this piece for, I think this was a personal piece, although the theme was analog, I believe. And so this piece I made, of course, heavily influenced by Ozma. I put that poppy design on her earphones, and even the sun rays are very similar to the sun rays that you see in the Osma pieces. Well, this Osma piece in particular, I suppose. But yeah, this is even the jewels on her dress and the way the sleeves are. Yeah, I love this era of book illustration going on. Some I know I love it so much. I was ha- I was heavily influenced by the Oz books. I remember, from childhood, and I just carry that with me still to this day. That this piece in particular, this piece as well. This was a piece I did for an illustration piece I did for this company called Culinary Architecture, and yeah, very inspired still. We have the big flowers on either side, the headband, the Osma headband, and I couldn't get away from it. The stuff you remember as a kid just is with you forever. Here's another piece I did. This piece was a personal piece, and I kind of, this is probably my most Art Nouveau-y kind of piece. This was for July, the month of July, I think, June or July, and I used that same. You still got the headpiece with the flowers that doesn't go away, and a robe-like dress with flowers, and I I have a weakness for pretty things. Oh, thank you guys. And here is the sketch, one of the sketches for it. So this piece actually was a, this was a piece for the National Post, but this looks like it would have been for June or July, I think. The month ahead. They would run, I don't know if they still do it, they must. The arts and entertainment section would run across the whole, when you fold out the arts and entertainment section, it's a big long piece. So you get this big long piece, and you'll see how it looks like in the context of the newspaper. But this was one of these sketches, and they didn't end up going with this design, but I finished it on my own. That's why I have this one as a personal piece, because the sketch was not picked, and so I liked it so much I decided to go with it on my own. But I really like this one more. Maybe I'll finish this off at another time. And I guess the 6 at the bottom indicates that this was for June, for the month ahead. Oh, well. This is a piece I did for a soap company called District Apothecary in Washington State, I believe. This guy had a soap making company he would sell at farmers markets, and I think he saw the National Post piece and wanted an Art Nouveau looking thing. And I also did the lettering, and I love Art Nouveau lettering because it's not perfect and precise. It's hand done and kind of not. My lettering's not that good, but that's fine because that works for the style. Ooh, might as well spend some channel points. Yeah, I started Cosmic Void 3. Something else I wanted to do this week, but I forgot, was set up some channel point rewards, ways for people to spend this stuff, and I just haven't. Sorry, drop the ball. That hallmark of Art Nouveau, that whiptail hair again, where it's kind of flowing up. That look again, we see here, of course. And here are the soaps with their labels on them. I did 2 colored versions, I think. I think those are 2 different color soaps, kinds of soaps, 2 different colors of label. Yeah, sorry you guys. Okay, let me write this. I'll write this as a note. Oh my goodness, channel point rewards. Yeah, we gotta figure out a way to spend it. Oh, thanks, Dame Karen. You would like to buy the soap for the label? Thank you. I appreciate it. He did send me soap, but he sent me soap but before there were labels on them, so I have some of the soap, but it's been a long time. I don't remember what I did with it. It is quality soap. It is. It really is. So this was artisanal soap. Yeah. So sold at a Washington farmers market. This was another. I guess they went out of order. So this was another sketch for that June month ahead piece for the National Post. The first one was more just Art Nouveau prettiness. This one I did the month ahead for June. I did Juno, and Juno being a goddess. And also I kind of linked it into, there's some film stuff going here. Maybe it had something to do with the Juno Awards, I don't know. But this one was also not picked. There's also some astrological stuff going on here. I think Gemini is in June. Anyway, that's that. So another sketch that didn't get picked. And this is the sketch that did get picked. This is the month ahead again. This is kind of Art Nouveau-ish, I guess. We got that whiptail hair again. I couldn't get away from it. I love it. I love doing hair like that. That's the digital sketch. For expediency's sake, I would do the digital sketch, but then if it was a really big piece, I would do the sketch in pencil. Yes, channel points hype. This is the penciled sketch, which I think you can see some seams here. So I did stitch this together from, I think, 3 pieces of sketchbook paper, good sketchbook paper. I see a seam here, just at the base of the rainbow, and I think there's another. So yeah, this was stitched together. I think I just taped the pieces together and did the penciling by hand. And then we have the inked version here. So this version is inked. I would have inked this in 3 sections and then patched, put it all together in Photoshop, and then adjusted and fixed the line work. And here's the final as it was seen in National Post. And this is why you can see it was such a long, skinny piece, is because the Arts and Life section would fold in half, and then that would be the front of that section in the newspaper. And I did this a few times actually. I've done this job 2 or 3 times. I'll show you the other one actually. Give me a second. Oh. Let's see, it would be, hold on, let me change the view again. Photoshop view, but not Photoshop. It's this piece here. So this was another the month ahead piece. The tall, you can tell by the tall, skinny composition. This was for March, I think. And it's not really that Art Nouveau, so I didn't include it. But it's a very limited color palette, which I do like, bright limited color palettes. I always have. And I think there's a roll up the rim Tim Hortons mug on this, and some ducks. It's duck season, I guess, or something. So that's another one of those that I did for them. Okay, moving on. Oh, Dame Karen, that would make a super gorgeous. It would make a gorgeous calendar. I think I only did this one twice, plus the extra one I did from the sketch that didn't get picked. And yeah, this was a piece I was going to do some more fun messing around with Photoshop Creative Cloud, and I picked this as a fun one to try to do quickly. And so I will try to do that in a little bit. But first, I'm going to show the Society 6 page for illustration that I have. And I wish there was a better way to show this stuff. But anyway, okay, I'm going to go back to Photoshop view. Quickly. But yeah, so there's a Julia Minamata. So it's separate from the Crimson Diamond store. This is stuff that I put up on there. So there's this Pop-Tart pop art piece that I think this was just a fun piece I did. But other pieces are illustrations that I've done in the past that I've put up here. So there's this piece on umami, which is this. So these are a bunch of. This has a bit of an Art Nouveau feel, I guess. Foods that are rich in umami flavor, which is that 5th taste of deliciousness. What else do we have? Yes, there was a piece of juggling books. That is, yeah. So this is the illustration site. The illustration site. Okay, yeah. And so here is like not everything I've done, but this is some of the stuff I've put up on the site. Illustrations for different things. There we go. Get the idea. And that piece of the juggling books is on here. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. And actually this, yeah, I did, this was for the National Post again, this piece, the juggling books. It was for reading week or book month or something. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and here is, yeah, the other stuff. Yes, Cosmo Boy 3, good eye. That Kathakali Theater. Yeah. Yeah, Dame Edna, yeah. These pieces, actually, this is for the Village Voice. Michael Musto is a columnist, or was columnist at least as of 2012, in the Village Voice. And I did a bunch of pieces. In fact, let's see the process work. The year in review. Does this go anywhere, I wonder still? Yeah, the Village Voice, okay, still here, but I don't know if I have a link to the... Oh no, that's just him. I'm trying to find the pieces that I did. Oh, here it is. Hopefully these links aren't dead. This is 8 years ago, 9 years. Yeah, the page is dead. But anyway, here are the pieces. So his year in review. This was obviously about the Queen and her 60th, I guess, like year of reign. This, so I don't know if we want to take a look at that. What I did was I took Michael Musto, the columnist, and put him in each of these news items. So that is him as the Queen in her coronation best. Well, him as her. This is Michael Musto as Mitt Romney strangling Big Bird because of the cuts to PBS that they wanted to make or made. I'm not clear on the details. This is Michael Musto as Hitchcock. This is him as Honey Boo Boo. This is him as the Hobbit and Gandalf and a couple of the dwarves. I like this one quite a bit. I don't know why this isn't on the portfolio site. And yeah, here are just the sketches. Let's see them. Yeah, that's that. Where were we? Okay, yeah, portfolio site. Yeah, that's that stuff. And these were for a poetry book. That's Willie. We got Willie Nelson. Got the month ahead. Sgt. Pepper, The Who, White Stripes. There is the month ahead piece from National Post and other stuff. And I have there are other categories here. Beauty is makeup illustrations I did. So some of them. This first one was actually a personal piece because I wanted to do more illustrations like this. And then this one is for Today's Parent magazine. This one here. This is for Best Health magazine. What was cool about this job was they actually sent me the bottles. Like they had someone drive a car with the box with these perfumes in them so I could use them as visual reference. The first and last time that happened. And then these are celebrities at award shows and what they were wearing and the jewelry they were wearing. They just like that idea. Yeah. Anyway. What else? Just perfumes that I like and their components. This is all personal stuff. And a broken link. Nice. Editorial. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. And some of it, yeah, you'll see on the Society 6 store. Some of it. And so, yeah, this koi design is just something I made myself. I like making repeating patterns. That's one of them. And yeah, so there are pixelated patterns and there are non-pixelated patterns, and this is the non-pixelated stuff. Okay, what else? This piece is This was a personal piece. No, was this a personal piece? I think I did this for something that fell through, potentially. This is a bunch of different monsters and creatures, yokai from Japanese folklore. Got the Oni over here, the parasol. We've got this lady whose name is Rokubi or something. Her neck stretches out. That's a kappa. Here, this turtle guy. We've got Tanuki, the raccoon, and this lantern spirit, this weird one-legged umbrella spirit, the cyclops, and this Tanuki guy who is in some kind of kettle. That's some kind of Japanese piece of folklore or something. And they're all having a nice bento box lunch at Cherry Blossom Viewing. And this I'm not going to show everything, I don't think, but this is another personal piece. I watched, speaking of ramen and the pork and stuff, I saw Tampopo at the Bell Lightbox Theater with some friends ages ago. And I was so inspired by the film, I made this I Love Ramen piece. And this I have it on t-shirt somewhere. But I still don't know what the piece of the pork is called in that. It's not coming to me. Very slurpy. Another repeating pattern, autumn squash thing. There's one that I do want to. I did a Dorothy piece. Silkscreen print. I do want to show one more pattern and then probably get back to work, I guess. Oh yeah, this one is the one I want to show. This is I have this as a shower curtain. It's a takeout sushi thing. You can see it's got the fist and nigiri sushi here, different kinds. And I don't know, I don't think they have these in North America, but in Japan or somewhere they've got these soy sauce fishes that the takeout containers have. And you've got the little rosette. The rosette of wasabi, and then the little thing of ginger. You've got the fake piece of grass. The obligatory fake piece of grass. This, I don't know, I want to know more about this company. They're probably a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And of course the disposable chopsticks. And of course also we've got this Hokusai's wave, this triumphant wave of soy sauce. Yes, Dr. Miksu, you have those containers. You have them in Australia. I don't think I've ever seen one in real life. I've just seen pictures. But yeah, I wanted to show that pattern. I do love to design patterns. This is Gingerbread Pattern. Okay, that's probably enough of a break from this. Back to work. Oh, Dame Karen, there is a movie about the little soy sauce fish called Little Fish, starring Dustin Nguyen and Cate Blanchett. Wow. Wow. Cool. Alright, back to work. Yell at me if you don't see Photoshop. And it looks like, I think we'll go until 10:30. Oh yeah, you know what I was going to do? 10:15, I'll stop working on the fisherman. And I'm going to do a quick fun by hand drawing thing, because I did that last art stream and people seemed amused by it, so I'm going to do that again. And I was going to use that particular Art Nouveau piece that I picked out. So let me find that one first. Okay. Where did I... Oh, it's an Osma. Okay. It was this piece. I wanted to try to duplicate. I wanted to try to duplicate this piece super quickly with black line. We'll do that in a little bit though. Okay. Thank you, Eating Wraith. I see Photoshop. Okay, good. I'm glad you see Photoshop. Yes, Day of War redeemed back to work for 400 channel points. Guys, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out about the channel points. I will. The trick is I'm not going to say when. Did I change the opacity? I must have some shortcut for opacity. But now this is a well-known song. And yeah, we'll call it at we'll call it at 10:30. We'll find someone to raid. And then that'll be that. Ooh. We'll check that. Maybe I should probably close a few things. Wait a second. Okay. Oh. Did I miss a notification? Oh, if anyone knows what that notification is, please tell me. Sorry. Yes, speed running art, painting in minimal time. We're gonna do that in 5 minutes. We're gonna try to recreate that bicyclette poster in line. See how far I get, and then we'll call it. Oh, it was a host notification. Okay, thank you. I don't know why I'm not seeing that on my OBS when it shows the other stuff. But thank you for the host. Whoever hosted, thank you. I'm sorry I missed it. Yeah, I think this tree has to come down more. So let's do that. And next week, like I said, it should be a Dan stream. Dan the band, who is doing the music for the Crimson Diamond. And he's done some great stuff so far. If you play the demo, when you launch the game, the Crimson Diamond theme will be the first thing you hear, and that's a Dan piece. All the pieces are Dan pieces. And it's really cool because, you know, we get feedback, and you can see him create a piece basically from beginning to end in one stream. And it's good times. Dan has a really good, constantly expanding collection of big box games and other types of video games and stuff like that. And he has a channel point redemption for showing show and tell, so showing part of his amazing collection. And I'm sure you guys will be taking full advantage of that. And I like seeing this stuff too. And Dan loves to show it and talk about it, so everyone wins. Andrew Gray 26, yes, happy Crimson Tuesday. Welcome to stream. We are winding up. You're just in time for my speed. I'm gonna do a speed draw of an Art Nouveau poster. And maybe I'll even color it really badly after. So anything after 10:30. I might go a little bit later depending on how well or badly the speed drawing happens. But speed drawing made possible by Photoshop Creative Cloud. Photoshop being way smoother than my CS2 for whatever reason while I stream. Yeah, we're not going to do 3 more hours, day 4. I have nothing but admiration for streamers who are going like 8-9 hours. Buns of steel. Dr. Mikachu's done some long streams in her time. Yes, Ray's 78. There is a link to Dan's channel. Can I shout out someone that's not in here? Is that a thing I can do? I'm gonna find out. Dan the band. Oh. Dan the band. Music. Okay, that doesn't work because he's not here. I will link it though. Hold on. Because that is important. Dan the band. Music. Twitch. Yeah. We will start what we usually do on Dan's stream nights is I usually will do a pre-stream on my channel and we'll raid Dan about 20 minutes in, and so we'll go to his channel, but it's good, please follow Dan on his own channel so you do get a notification when he goes live. But I will get, I'm going to give you the link as soon as I get to my own page. And because he also does hosting through that, he hosts other channels through that, and sometimes I think he's planning on hopefully doing other stuff when he gets the time. Let me see here. Okay. There you go. Oh, nice. Race 78. You saw my demo played on Ren's channel. Found my channel thanks to a tweet earlier today. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I love to hear it. I love to hear it. I love seeing and meeting new people on this. That's awesome. Yeah, that didn't. Yeah, so that's the link for Dan the Band Music. He's Dan the Band Music on Twitch. He not only does he compose music for games, he tours, he performs, he teaches, he composes, he produces, he does it all. And he did music for the Romero game's most recent release, Empire of Sin. Dan's good. Dan's good. Okay, we're going to. This is the Cycles Perfecta. Cycles Perfecta. Let's try. Here's another thing I don't like about this one. It throws up that screen that I don't want. What is this? No. I don't want to press enter an extra time. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna shut some more tabs down so I get the full effect of my amazing amounts of RAM. Okay, that'll do. I'm not gonna use that, but it's there. Okay, here we go. First of all, how big is this? Okay, whoa. That's not bad. Okay. Let's do some speed drawing of this piece. Why do I do this to myself? It's gonna look, okay, just so you guys know, it's gonna look terrible. But it's fun. The tabs. Ooh, the tabs, I don't want that. Get out. Okay. Where are we gonna start? I guess what I should start with is the boxes. That's a good way to landmark everything, right? Oh, already this wrong. Whoop. Okay. This is gonna help us actually, because it's chugging a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, it's chugging just a little bit. Oh, go on some. You got it from Ren's stream. Nice. Is Ren streaming right now? Because we'll raid him. We will for sure raid him. after this. Oh, you found. Oh yeah. So day of war, you found Crimson Diamond from a news article. You found it through. Oh, Blasphemous, you found it through Facebook Sierra Games. Yeah, that's actually. I'm actually interested to know how people found the game. So if you remember how you found the Crimson Diamond, please, yeah, please put it in chat, because that's actually really valuable information. This is anyone who this was played a bit earlier, but if anyone ever listened to the CBC, you'll be very familiar with this Whitewater song. The National Film Board did a well, they didn't, but they funded a beautiful cartoon that every Canadian child should know. I'm not going to attempt to sing this because my voice is not here and I'm not much of a singer anyway. But if you do remember it, enjoy. La Mulana! Well, that's for a change of pace. Ren is streaming La Mulana. Ah, Amberzine heard about Crimson Diamond on Grundislav's stream. Cool. Ah, Dame Karen, chatter on Fractal Mind Mike's channel. Nice, awesome. Yeah, Fractal Mind Mike, was it just last week or the week before? Fractal Mind Mike played the demo for the first time. And that was really, really cool. I was in chat, and it was such a fun time to watch him play it and enjoy it. And he finished the whole thing. He finished the whole thing without any hints or anything. I was very impressed. Nice. Oh, and Deluxe Tux, you discovered it because of one of the discussion panels that I did. Vaguely aware of it beforehand. One of the discussion panel in person or on YouTube, or what do you figure? Ah, Fractal Mind Mike, you're lurking but doing work. That's a good way to be. That's a good way to do it, actually. I'm not going fast enough, am I? There. Oh, you had the day off today, Fractal Mind Mike. Sweet. Oh, it was in-person panel, the Deluxe Talks. You can't remember which convention. Well, I only did one in-person panel, and that was at PAX East. I did a PAX West. I did an in-person panel at PAX West. Is that the only one I did? I think that's the only in-person one I did. Crit Rocket Runner found me through Hungry Goria. Hungry Goria is an amazing retro streamer. She is a fellow Canadian, and she uses original hardware to play her games. So, awesome streamer. And oh, good. Fractal Mind Mike, you found out about Crimson Diamond on the DOS Nostalgia podcast when Dan was on it. Ah, Dan talking up the game. Good. That's good to know. Oh, well, oops. This is actually fascinating. Thank you guys for telling me. You know, that's one of the questions that businesses always ask people, and for good reason, because you need to know what is effective and, you know, what is actually helping people get to you, find you and stuff. So thank you for sharing where you found it. Never mind the face. Ooh. Her neck is rather long. Oh, and Fractal Mind Mike heard about when people suggested it on his channel. Over the Treetops found it on the TV Ontario newsletter last spring. Awesome. Ooh, this is so cool because it looks like everyone's from somewhere else. That's awesome. No, thank you, Dame Karen. Thank you for telling me how you found it on Fractal Mind Minds. I'm really pleased. That's really cool. Because I guess the purpose for asking that question is, okay, well, in terms of like trying to get people to know about the game, what I should be doing, what I should be focusing on, to get people interested in seeing the game, and it looks like everyone found it from different ways. So, in a way, I guess everything helps a little bit. There's not really one thing that is the magic bullet for people to find it, which, makes sense. So that means I have to continue to do everything. That's what that means. But I don't mind. The thing about self-promotion, I like to tell people, is I know some people, they don't like it, and they think self-promotion is like is selfish and braggy and stuff. And what I like to say to that is, the way I approach self-promotion is, I say, I kind of see it as a service. Like, I think, this might be something you might really like, and I want to tell you about it, and if it's something you really think you'd like and I can tell you about it, then that's my pleasure to do that. To me, it's not about, like wanting attention and stuff. It's more about saying, I think you might enjoy this, and if you think you would, I'd love to tell you about it. There's so much going on here. I'm trying to simplify this sleeve, but it's really hard to see what's going on because it's kind of really stylized. It's my best guess. It's what's going on. Just get me to her arm. Something that I know what it looks like. Oh, Edenway found out about it from the CGG Facebook group. Yes. Few people came into Mike's Fractal Mind Mike's chat and thought it was Colonel's bequest. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Dame Karen, exactly. If you don't believe in your own game, how can anyone else? Yeah, and I know it's not something that some people are that comfortable with doing, but you know your own game better than anyone else is going to know your game. And if you're comfortable and able to talk about it, that really is the best way, because then people can kind of connect you with what you're making and everything, And of course, it's also a process of getting more comfortable with that. I never thought I'd ever stream, that's for sure. But Dan's idea, and I owe Dan a Diet Coke, etc. But it just, we did it, and it's been a really good experience so far. Oh, her hand is there. Oh, Evil Tentacle, perfect, thank you. You mentioned the Crimson Diamond on Mike's chat back when he was playing the Colonel's Bequest. Thank you. Evil Tentacle, that's amazing. Deluxe Tuck says, something about text parser mystery about a geologist really got you interested? arm. This is supposed to be going faster, but the hair is so much fun. Yeah, this I'm warping a bit because I don't have enough room because, yeah, I didn't take the time. Oh, thanks, Deluxe Tux. You say I'm a very passionate speaker or something. Sometimes you remind me of some of your favorite teachers you've had, and you can tell they love their subject. Thank you. That's really awesome of you to say. I super, super appreciate that. Um, because yeah, I've had teachers like that too. And in fact, um, I just love listening to people talk about something they're passionate about, you know? And sometimes it doesn't even matter if I'm interested in that thing. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but there was a guy who did these little episodes about wine and alcohol called Wine Library TV, Gary Vaynerchuk, and he owned a store called Wine Library, and he started doing these little episodes, you know, educating people on different kinds of wine and you know, he even did sake and he did all kinds of stuff, and I don't even drink. And he was so passionate and knowledgeable about what he was talking about. I would watch all the episodes because if that's how much of a pleasure it is to you know, to listen to, and you know, I am still learning stuff here and there, but it's mostly just a nice time, really. So thank you. That's a really good high compliment. Some of this is so stylized, I just have no idea what's going on. In fact, most of it is so stylized, I have no idea what's going on. That's okay. Just having fun. And I think I will color this, and then we'll call it. But it'll be a little bit now. I'm having a nice time, you guys. It's always a nice time with you guys. But I feel extra peppy today. Oh, thanks, Dame Karen. It was good. You say it was good to have me in chat while Mike was playing the demo. You could feel the enthusiasm. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. It's so special to me when people play the game, you know? Because it's time. You spend time. There's nothing more valuable you can give to something or somebody than your time. And if, you know, people decide they want to do that for the game, I try to be there every time. So anyone who's listening, if you guys stream, and just let me know, please. I will try to be there and be in chat and answer questions, give hints, anything. That's my absolute pleasure to do that. I'm kind of a night owl, and of course, you know, Fractal Mind Mike is in Australia, and so our times didn't really match up that well. And I tend not to wake up before 11 most mornings, 10 or 11, 10:30, 11. But I woke up and I was there for 9 o'clock sharp, and I will do that because that's you know, that's how much I want to be there. And so if you stream, I will try to be there. Crit Rocket Runner wants to know if I was starting from the beginning, knowing what I know now, would I still use Adventure Game Studio? Yes, I would still use Adventure Game Studio. Because it's actually really easy to use, and I don't know how to use anything else. I would still use it. I would. And now that Scum VM is offering Adventure Game Studio support, even more of a reason. I love Adventure Game Studio. I love the Adventure Game Studio. Let's just... Oops. Oh no, 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 no. No Photoshop Creative Cloud. I don't want it to be proportional. I don't want it to be a proportional scale. In CS2, if you just moved an anchor point, it would just move that anchor point if you kept shift down and then you moved it, it would scale it proportionately. In VLC Media, player died again. How do I get it to non-proportionately scale in Creative Cloud? Dave Voice says nothing more fun than watching someone blow through something you worked in 4 years in 4 hours. Oh, and Strange Land released the other day, yes. And he's responding to every single review on Steam. Nice. Deluxe Talks, if you want, you can, feel free to drop the Strangeland link in chat. Yes, Dame Karen, Commonwealth cousins, Australians and Canadians. Yeah, AGS is a slam dunk mouse. I agree. Great editor now with Scum VM runtime. Oh, now I have to hold shift to get non-proportional scaling? Oh, boo. 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 That's different. I don't like different. Thank you, by the way, Mousimus. You would think I would have thought of that. Instead, I'm just... Now I can fix this part. Oh, is there a link to thank you for the link to Strangeland. There's an option to flip to legacy mode, Mousemas? Seriously? Okay, where is that? Where is that? Preferences? Use legacy new document interface? Is that it? But any other ways to use legacy everything? Oh, here we go. Use legacy free transform. Yeah. Give me all the old. Give me all of the old. Okay. Switches to Photoshop 1.07. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's different. I don't like different. Oh, here's that song again. Farewell to Nova Scotia. Thank you, Jim Matt, for that one. They changed undo. Oh no! No. Oh no, they didn't. Okay, they didn't. They didn't, Dr. Michu. They did not swap Control Z and Shift Control Z. Oh my gosh. You scared me. No, I just tested it and it's fine. Ugh. Yeah, there should be a button somewhere, like a big button in the bottom right. That's just an angry old person with their arms across their chest and a look of disapproval that I can just I can just toggle that button on and everything will be exactly the same that I remember. Yeah, that would be completely beyond the pale if they swapped Control Z and Control Shift Z. They would have been... I don't want the clone stamp. What clone stamp? No. Stop it. Oh, is Strangeland also made in Adventure Game Studio? Yeah, exactly, Dame Karen. Changing Control Z is no joke. That is no joke. I mean, if it came to it, you could probably rig your keyboard so that the input for Control Z became the input for Control Shift Z or something. But no, they just that would be no. No one liked that, as that meme goes. Interesting. So Strangeland is a tricked out and modded version of Adventure Game Studio. Cool. I want to color the bicycle lady and then we'll take off, okay? I'm enjoying this. And I'm not doing work, which, you know, this is never going to be shown anywhere. And it's not work. So, I guess that's why I want to do it, maybe. Yeah, undo, copy, paste, and save cannot be changed ever. Didn't Karen? Yeah, that. No one. Yeah, no one would like that. I can't think of anything that would be more universally agreed upon than that. I mean, when it comes to, you know, this. Okay, where's this hand going now? Ask Alice! Ask Alice! Thank you for the raid. Ask Alice, speaking of streamers who have streamed the Crimson Diamond demo, Ask Alice, fellow Canuck, streamed the Crimson Diamond. Arrogant Logician! Thank you for coming, raid. Thank you, raiders. Welcome. Welcome to stream. Yes, as I was saying, Ask Alice. She played the Crimson Diamond demo, and she said, "Oh, I've got 20 minutes right now. I'm gonna play the Crimson Diamond demo." And I shot over there in a flash, and 3 hours later, she called it, and I had a blast to watch her play it for 3 hours. And that is how much I would love to see people play it. I will be there. I will try to be there for as long as you're willing to play it. It's been so long. Alice, it has been so long. Let's shout out Ask Alice. Ask Alice also, she streams adventure games, streams games. Ask Alice is awesome. Ask Alice. Please follow Ask Alice. Yes. Dr. Mucha, yes, please do play it on your channel. Ask Alice, you need to replay it. You forgot everything. Ask Alice. Alice, you play the Crimson Diamond demo again. I will be there. I will be there for you. Okay? Let's do this. Let me know whenever. Yeah, right now what I'm doing is I just wanted to speed draw this Art Nouveau piece and see how far I got. And now that you've rated, of course, I want to stay on just a little bit longer. And I was planning on coloring it, so it kind of worked out nicely. I was working before on actual work, but that has been abandoned. I did a little talk about Art Nouveau and how much I like Art Nouveau and the Art Nouveau artwork that's in Crimson Diamond, which led me to wanting to do this. Ask Alice. Controversial opinion, Crimson Diamond is better than Colonel's Bequest. No comments. You love Art Nouveau too? You have an Art Nouveau style tattoo? Oh, what do you have? What do you have? I love, yeah. Art Nouveau. It's fairy princesses. I used to dress up as a princess when I was 6 years old, and there are pictures somewhere, and I am not showing them. Yes, Art Nouveau. Yep. I was big into, and when I was 6, I would draw princesses all the time, and they would always look kind of the same. They would have like the puff sleeves, pink dress with a split skirt, um, and like gloves. They'd have the gloves on too. I think we had like a Disney. We must have had a Disney picture book with Cinderella or something, and I would draw all my princesses like that. Princess pictures at 1,000 followers. How many followers do I have right now? Because I don't want to risk it. I'm actually gonna check that. 643. Okay, we're safe. We're safe right now. Fine. You know what? I will say that. 1,000 followers. At 1,000 followers, I will show pictures of me dressed up as a princess when I was 6 years old. No, and that's not going to be a channel point redemption because I don't have a clue how many channel points people have. I'm not going to risk it. Thanks, Deluxe Tux. When you played Colonel's Bequest, you got irritated that my parser shortcuts were not in it. Now you're a hardcore parser shortcut supporter. Nice. And there are short keyboard shortcuts in Hero's Quest. Okay, yes. That's the goal, you guys. 1,000 followers. I will show pictures of me dressed up as a princess. As a child. Not now. As a child. Just so we're clear. That'll keep them busy. Well, her hands are not that close together. That's fine. We're drawing the cycles perfecta right now. But yes, I encourage anyone to please follow and watch Ask Alice's streams. Her streams are amazing. And yes, fellow Canadian. So we gotta look out for each other. Oh god. Edenwith has 39,000 channel points. And Deluxe Tux has been here since the beginning, 45,000. These are good to know. And actually, I should write this down because that gives me an idea of the channel point economy that we're dealing with here in terms of how much my actual channel point redemption should be. So let's see, from beginning, 45k, 39k. Mousimus, 41.8k. Okay, this is good to know, you guys. Okay. Dame Karen suggests at 2,000 followers I dress up as a princess. I don't have anything that resembles anything that a princess would wear. I don't think that's possible. Amberseen, only 22.4k. That's a lot still. Okay, these are good to know. Because Dan had set his channel point redemption at something ridiculously low because he had no idea how many points people had. And now he has to do some adjustments. 2,000 followers. What would that be? I don't know what that would be. I don't think enough about Twitch. I should though, because I like it. Twitch is fun. 2,000 followers, a Nancy week. See, the key is for these follower rewards, I don't have to buy anything, you know? Showing photos is like not too bad because like they're just there. Believe it or not, I don't already have a Nancy wig, so I can't just bring that out. Halloween is a great time to get a princess costume. Oh, thanks to Lux Tux. I love our little community here. People who come out and the chat is always so nice. it's been a really good social outlet. And again, I owe Dan a Diet Coke because it was all his idea. But it's been really good. It's been amazing for so many reasons. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for doing that for me and being here and talking and keeping me company and teaching me stuff. You know, it worked out. Do we have any other suggestions for 2,000 followers? What I should do? Because I don't have any cosplay stuff. I mean, there are tons of photos, so I can show photos. Like childhood photos. Deluxe text, the stream will peak when we get Roberta Williams to hang out with us. The stream is peaked. This is the best. Actually, the stream might have peaked early because of the Photoshop Revelation clip. That might have been the high point. Cable Sasser, who is one of the founders of Panic, and Panic made a bunch of really cool tech stuff, and they've made the Playdate, which is to come out. It's that little yellow box with the crank. He was watching a really early stream, and he caught me wrestling with the eraser tool. Because up until that point in my entire life, I could not find the non-anti-aliased eraser tool. And he cut together this amazing video on Twitter that shows that whole sequence of events happen, and that might be the high point that we had, and that was pretty early. Did I read somewhere? Yes, Mousemas, you read that Ken and Roberta are making a new game? Yes, Ken is making a new game. And I do agree, 2,000 followers, Dan can dress up as a pretty princess, his daughter can apply his makeup. I would agree with that, and I think I speak for Dan when I say I think we're going to do that. I think that's a great idea. Oh yeah, that's right. Deluxe Talk. Sean Baby came by a few times. Yes, he did. Because I did that CGA piece for 1-900 Hot Dog, which I think is still. I think that's still a link that I have here. Yes. Yeah, Dan agreed in absentia. Yes. So now 1-900 Hot Dog is a Patreon-based humor website. It is some old cracked writers. We have Sean Baby, Brockway, Jason Parge and David Wong, Lydia Bug. I don't know if they have any other frequent writers, but those are like the main writers on the site, and it is the best internet humor writing you will find. They have occasionally free articles that you can read. But yeah, if you pay with Patreon, you get like an article every single day, and they are amazing articles. And they have a podcast called the Dog Zone 9000 podcast, and it's a really good podcast. And yeah, I did a piece for them for their 7-month or 8-month anniversary, I think. The top 25 articles on 1-900 Hot Dog. And yeah, Sean Baby came by and, he hung out, and that was really cool. He's really cool. They're all really cool, actually. Just nice people, And the thing is, it's so tricky with internet humor because it's so easy to kind of be mean or punch down or, all these awful things. But they're so good about, I don't feel bad about reading their stuff and laughing at their stuff because they're that careful about what they're doing. So I really, really like that. I respect that quite a bit. So definitely recommend 1-900 Hot Dog. And I would love to work with them again on another piece if that's ever in the cards, because they were really great to work for. And I got to read, as the research, I got to read 25 plus articles of their stuff. There was no better research that I ever had to do in my life than read 1-900 Hot Dog articles. In fact, I probably will show that piece here. Just lovely, like wonderful, really good people. And I'm gonna put a little bit of color to this, and then we'll probably will call it. But yeah, let me where's the rest of her? Oops. I mean, that's pretty close, right? I mean, like the face is a little not right, but you know, her chin needs to be a little bit bigger, wider. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to show the one I'm going to show it because it's my first CGA piece I ever did. I really like it. And for those who haven't seen it, I'm sorry, you guys, if I keep showing stuff that you've seen before. Okay. And I can never find it either. Hey, while we're here, I saw on Dan's Facebook today. It's the 1 year anniversary of Dan meeting up with John Romero. Here's Dan. So he was performing with Sean Paul at in Ireland somewhere, I guess, which is where Romero Games is based. And John Romero brought Brenda and like their family all came to see Dan backstage and everything. And Dan, of course, got John to sign some id stuff. Yes, Matt D, I know. Okay? I know. Yeah, that brush eraser. I know. Yeah. And now Dan works with John Romero and Brenda. Well, Brenda Romero mostly, I think. But yeah, he works with them. And, you know, it's kind of amazing. This was, I guess this was a year ago. And John posted this, I guess. Yes, pre-gig with Dan the Band, NYC, and Dirty Paul, Sean Paul. Yeah. Yeah. So that's nice. But I'm still looking for the CGA piece. Because my files are a mess. But because we're talking about Sean Baby, I want to show that. Oh yeah, this is another fun thing. While we're here, and I'm just looking for stuff, this is a shot in Breaking Bad, and that's a piece of mine in the upper right-hand corner. I used to work for this alt news weekly out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, called Alibi, and that's the piece there. While we're showing stuff today. And the piece is... here's the thing. See, I don't like how this stuff opens. Yeah, so here is the pencil for that, and the piece here. There it is. And there it is there. Anyway. It's a silkscreen print. Do I just have the silkscreen print? Yeah, I guess it's this one. Yeah, so that's the piece. You can see it's silkscreen print when you zoom in. You can see the registration and the way the ink happens. Anyway, as I'm still looking for this thing. Oh yeah, you guys, I think last stream, I mentioned I did some EGA demakes of The Consuming Shadow, which is Yahtzee Croshaw, one of the games Yahtzee Croshaw developed. So I did this. This piece here, so this on the left is the in-game art for Consuming Shadow, and on the right we have my EGA version of what that would have looked like. And I did mention this, I don't remember when, but now that we're looking for stuff, I'm just digging up and finding stuff. Another one, this is the driving view. What is silkscreen exactly? What it is it's like a mesh screen. It's like a screen door, but very, very, very fine. And what happens is, you put like A photosensitive film is what I use. I use photosilk screen. You put a photosensitive film on there, and then with a clear acetate with the black design on it, you shine a light through that, and the black part doesn't get exposed to the light, but the rest of it hardens. And then what you do is you rinse that out in like a bathtub or something, and what you're left with is the design, and the part that washed out is the part where you can push ink through. So you take a squeegee, you put ink through, and you squeegee the ink through the screen, and the part that got exposed to the light resists the ink and doesn't come through, and the part that was hidden by the black design, it gets laid out on the paper. And you can do multiple colors, and you can just layer colors on top to get a multiple color piece. I would often use maybe six colors, mostly. Sometimes fewer, but maximum maybe 6 different colors. And I actually did that for my illustration career for the first number of years before I was thinking this is way too time consuming, so I just switched to digital. Okay, preferences. Matt D, I stick to the default. Yeah, I just stick to default. Okay. Yeah, no, Matt, we don't judge here about writing. Don't worry about it. Edit, preferences, workspace. How do we not make it do that? Open documents as tabs. Untick up. Oh. Thank you. Mouse miss. Thank you. Good. It's ridiculous. Okay. Looking again. What can we find? We can find my EGA demake of Kentucky Route 0. Oh, this is perfect. Thank you, Mouse Miss. This is life changing. Okay. Yeah, so here is my EGA demake of this Kentucky Route 0 screen. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted because I'm looking for something and then I just find stuff I haven't showed in a while. Oh, Loom colors, yes. There's only a few colors whose hex values I've memorized. The bright red that I love so much is FF5555 because I use that one in the Crimson Diamond newsletter all the time for the text colors, and so that's one I'm very familiar with. I don't think I know any of them except for like 0000, you know, it's black or whatever. Where? Where is my thing I'm looking for? Yes, Loom is really good. I love that version of Loom. It's just a shame it's so hard to get. Where is 100 hot dog piece that I was looking for? Is it in Where is it? I've found it before, you guys. This is a mess. I don't know. I might have to give up. I can't find it. It's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. Nope. Yeah, it's... Don't worry, my organization for Crimson Diamond actual working files is nothing like this. This is just a mess. Now I want to find it just to find it. I'm just going to sit here silently going through every folder. It should be in the Gazette somewhere. Let's come to this. I can't find it on my own computer, so I have to find it on the internet. Let's go. Did you find it already, Mouse? Did you... okay, this is a good time to talk about the Crimson Diamond Gazette. It's a monthly dev blog I put out. You can subscribe to the email list over here on the top left to get it directly to your email box, but I do tweet about and do everything with it, so... Yeah, Sakna Cow, I made EGA palette mock-ups for the Consuming Shadow just for my own fun. Exactly. Because I'm a big fan of his games. Yatsukoshi made some studio adventure games, which is super inspiring. And he's a solo game dev, and I respect that a lot too. And that's why when I played this game, I wanted to I wanted to do some demakes of his work. You know how when you can't find something, you just fixate on that thing? Oh yeah, this was fun. I dressed for Halloween. It can't have been this... Oh, here it is. Okay, perfect. Yeah. There it is. Metal Slug games inspire you? Yeah, I really value the stuff that inspires me. Okay, so here's... Oh my god. Here's the piece. No. No, where's the scroll button? Here it is. There's the piece for 1-800 Hot Dog. Featuring 25 articles. I found it on the internet. I couldn't find it on my own files. This is why having the dev blog is really important to me, because otherwise I just forget and lose things. Anyway, there we go. Okay. Mouse Miss, thank you for helping me with the Photoshop CS2 growing pains. I mean, Photoshop Creative Cloud growing pains. Let's put some color in under here, and then we'll call it. Oh yeah, I could do the lettering. Let's do the lettering. No, second account, there's no DOS release for Consuming Shadow. Yes, Matt, if you have an EGA demake, I actually have done other EGA demakes. I did a Hades one. Why don't we find that? If I won't be able to find it. I don't even know why I'm saying that. Of course it's not here. Why would it be here? No, Mouse Miss, I've never finished the Cyberpunk one. I've never finished any of them. No, that's not true. I finished this. I finished this. I finished the Animal Crossing one. Wow, that looks really bad right now. I was working on a Hades demake and I can't find it. And I'm never gonna find it. Don't worry about it. It happened. And then we're gonna I want to color this for my own satisfaction, and then we'll all rate somebody. Cycles. See, this is what I mean about the type of lettering on Art Nouveau pieces, where it's not perfect, and I love it because mine's also not good. Oh, thank you, Matty, for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's yeah. We're gonna hand do this lettering awkwardly, and then we're gonna scrub some color in. Ooh, and then we're gonna raid somebody. And if Ren is playing La Mulana, we might rate him. No, we know he is, but if he's playing it now, we will rate him. Ren is a great streamer. He is also a great painter. He does kind of video game art, but makes it look like a real world painting. And it's really cool. Really nice pieces. And I think he does commissions, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Hey, oh, Tonda. Tonda's another awesome streamer. And Tonda, okay, fine, I'll do that. Tonda streams awesome games too, and is an other artist. So thank you. Okay, let's search streaming stuff for Hades. I would have called it Hades, wouldn't I have? Wouldn't that have been nice? Cress up! Cress up! Holy cow! Cress up! Rating with a party of 127? Hey! Hey you! Cress up, man. Cress up! Welcome, welcome. Cressup is a video games journalist. Cressup is awesome. I met Cressup at Adventure X in London. Lambstock, thank you for the follow. Longsense, thank you for the follow. Thank you guys. Yeah, Cressup is amazing. Cressup just did an interview with Zelivir Nelson, whom I've been working with on Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, and I'm pretty sure she spoke to him about the recent release of an airport for aliens currently run by dogs. So I know you guys did a stream interview for that, right? Yes, thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys. Awesome. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Cressup and I met at Adventure X because I was showing the Crimson Diamond demo at Adventure X in London there. And I met her, I met Shorsha, and Shorsha, we did a podcast episode for Adventure Gamers. Yes. Mega Ray, thank you. Yes, the dog one, Maximus, yes. Yeah, Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, due to come out this year. I did the art for that. But Zelivir Nelson has his fingers in about 5 dozen pies at once, and one has just come out, and it's the airport dog game. And it looks adorable. And please check it out, and if you like what you see, please play it. And yeah, Cressup just did an interview with him. Strubble Snitch. Amy Way, thank you for the follows. Thank you for the rate. Cressup, man. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough for that. I will quickly, Dark Knight DJ, I will quickly introduce myself. Big Julia View. I will quickly introduce myself. Whoa. Yeah, my name is Julia Minamata. Welcome to my stream. I am a solo indie game dev. I'm working on this thing, the Crimson Diamond, which is a graphical text parser mystery adventure game. And there's a demo available on Steam and on itch.io. And it's chapter 1 of the game. The game is 7 chapters. And it is a geology, mineralogy-based game where you travel to northern Ontario, to the ghost town of Crimson, Ontario, and you find out about a diamond claim in the area. And you stay at an inn, and you meet a bunch of intriguing people, and you listen in on conversations. Yes, text parser. In fact, for the benefit of the new viewers, I think I'm going to run the trailer for the second time tonight. Let's get on that. Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS. Yes, and I will put the links up for that. And there are other links, actually. And the music that you heard in the demo is, oh, you think I know my own commands, wouldn't you? The music in the demo there is composed by Dan Polakar, who is working on the game, and I'm doing everything else, but Dan's handling the music, doing an amazing job. But that's what it is. That's what I've been working on for the past few years. And every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, I am here. And sometimes it's an art stream where we do a bit of pixel art, and I might show some other art stuff, or I might show some rocks that I like, because I love rocks a lot, and that's kind of why the game is about mineralogy and geology. And we just kind of hang out, do that stuff. Every other Tuesday is a Dan stream where he live composes music with a genuine Roland MT32, and I hang out too in video. We do like a video call thing, and he'll show some parts of his amazing collection, and we'll compose a piece of music on that. And hopefully, I think Dan said probably he can make it next week. It's pretty regular, so we'll definitely do that. And Sly Fox Butter, thanks for the follow. I'm kind of scared now, because Ask Alice was saying when I get to 1,000 followers, I might show pictures of me as a 6-year-old dressed up as a princess, and that just got us a little bit closer. Chris up, thank you. Yeah, the necklace is made of, it's a maple leaf custom carved, made of maple wood, and my friend Anna carved this for me. And I wear it to events and stuff. I wore it to Adventure X, I think. So you might have seen it before. Yeah, I'm going to just catch up on... Yeah, so Nightbot just dropped all the links in chat. Nice, Amy Way, New Brunswick, fellow Canadian. Nightbot dropped Crimson Diamond. That's the main site. There's all the social media stuff on it. The link to the Steam store page. I put the videos up after streams. I put them on my YouTube channel for people who can't come up to the live stuff. I'm on Twitter. I'm at Julia Minamata. That's where I tend to do most of my posting. And another thing is the link to the dev blog, which I do every month. I'm just going to catch up to the chat. Yeah, Chris, I have been working with Zalavir on Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator. And he has said, yes, I think I'm allowed to say, we are also working on a second game that has not been announced. So yeah, one has been announced to be released this year. One has not been announced. With the same team that did Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, we've worked on a second game together. And there is another unannounced Sweet Baby game that I'm also working with Zalavir on. So that's 3 projects currently with him. And that's why I really talk him up. So please, anyone who loves unique games, awesome creative things, great projects, and want to support someone who's pretty amazing, check out An Airport for Aliens, currently run by dogs, because Zalavir is amazing, and he's amazing to work with, and his games are just super cool and unique. Let's see. Yes, Matt D, very Laura Bow vibe. It definitely is the main influence, and I got to meet Doug Herring at an event back when that was a thing. That was a real special moment for me. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, Unannounced Game is one of my most anticipated releases. Yeah, he's mentioned the unannounced game with Zalavir with the same SWATs team he's been calling it Redacted. It has a name, but I would now put it past him to change that name to Redacted. Dave, or good night. Good night. And I think that chore that you mentioned that you have to do before you go to bed, play with your little kitten and wear him out before bed. I've not heard of a better and cuter reason to have to go. Have a good night. And hopefully we'll see you next week. Yeah. Yeah. The Crimson Diamond. I had originally announced that it would be finished this year, the end of this year. Um, Probably not happening. And and one of the reasons is I get asked sometimes to do stuff, and I absolutely can't turn it down. Um, and I'm lucky that that's happened a few times, and so that pushes the release date back and back, but it's still being worked on. There's still development progress. I'm polishing up chapter 4 of 7. That's what I'll be doing this week, and it is coming along. I promise. So Strubble's Sturbled. I want to fill in the blank so much with that with vowels. Oh, okay. Star-bellied Sneech. Thank you. You're also working on your first solo project right now, and is set for the end of the year. Not thinking yours is happening either. The way I like to see it is I'm self-publishing it, so I don't really have anyone on my back to finish it. I'm going to make it good as well as I can, and I'm following my own schedule, I guess, and hopefully people will wait for it. Hopefully it'll be worth waiting for. Let's go back to Photoshop View. I want my own personal. I just want to really I want to color this. I just quickly did this sketch following this Art Nouveau piece, because I did a little bit of an Art Nouveau talk today about how the original L. Frank Baum illustrations, well, by John R. Neal, were huge for me in my childhood, and that's why I got fixated on princesses. And the fairy princess Osma, it was kind of the zenith of princesses to me. Wow, I'm totally not lined up on that type, am I? Like, it's supposed to be under her hair bun. Oh, look at that. See, this is great because now it's not doing the proportional scale. This is legacy. This is legacy transform, you guys. Just like I always wanted. Yeah, let's put that where it's supposed to be. Yeah, Foggage Green. So L. Frank Baum, of course, he made the Oz book, so more than 40 books. John R. Neal did a lot of those illustrations, and because of the era that John R. Neal lived, which was from the late 1870s to 1943, he lived through that age of Art Nouveau and Art Deco, and he had a lot of those influences. And that was my first exposure to that type of artwork, and that was my first introduction to Art Nouveau. And of course, as everyone does, I discovered Mucha and loved his work. And eventually, when I started making my game, when there was an opportunity to fill up some picture frames with artwork, I went with Art Nouveau because my game is set in 1914, and Art Nouveau happened, before then. And I felt well within my rights to do pixel art versions of that artwork. I enjoy it quite a bit. Yes, Tip Ozma. That story. Yeah, that story of the Tip Ozma thing on was that Return to Oz? That was it's a great story. Foggage Green, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I only work on one monitor, so I have to switch back whenever just to check the the follows and stuff. Yes, and Return to Oz, of course, is a wonderful children's movie that no one should show children. Um, but it's really good. And I always like to say I don't think anyone is ever old enough to see that movie because it's really scary. There's a lot of scary stuff in there that stuck with me. Yeah, Saginaw Cow, you wish you had seen it as a kid? Oh, Marvelous Land of Oz is what the book was called, The Foggy Screen. Um, I don't even know if I've ever read all the books, but I do have quite a few of them, and I've been meaning to go back to them and see if they hold up. Do the Oz books hold up, the original L. Frank Baum ones? Because I know that they eventually came out with other books that L. Frank Baum did not write. And I have some of those too, but I wanted to revisit the original Oz books. My sister reread them fairly recently. She said they don't hold up, but I'm curious myself and I do want to try them. And there's another beautiful character in those books I remember called Polychrome, and I was fascinated by Polychrome because I love pretty stuff. Let's just keep on deforming this. This is what happens. What just to give you an impression of the pain of doing hand done lettering. So for this beauty stuff that I've done, particularly, oh, it's not even here. I don't even think I put it on my website. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, having to do these product illustrations for this magazine and having to do the type and wanting to do it by hand and wanting it to kind of look like how it's supposed to look, but do it by hand, took a lot of time. But I guess that's probably what the broken link was. I wonder if it's on my website. Oh well. Anyway, hand lettering is a bit of a drag, is what I'm trying to get across. But Photoshop, I adjust everything in Photoshop and then until it's perfect and then I'll ink it. Not today. But that is what I would do if I was illustrating products. And I could have traced them, but that would have been efficient. Oh, going on some. As someone who has read the Wonderful Wizard of Oz for the first time recently, it holds up. Okay, yeah, I need to try that. I need to try that. Goemon-sama, please watch Return to Oz and report back. Yeah, Over the Treetops, exactly. I don't even think I've seen it since Return to Oz, and some scenes are completely unforgettable. Yeah, we're not gonna get too hung up on this lettering. I just want to have it here because it's part of it, and then we're gonna just scrub in some color, and then we're gonna call it a night, and we're gonna raid somebody, possibly Ren if he's still streaming. He usually is streaming around this time, so I mean I imagine it will be him. If he's probably I don't know how long he's been playing La Mulana. I feel like he's been playing it longer than the game actually took to make. But what I get from it is how it seems like really cool. The fact that it's holding his interest that long, you know? That makes me really curious about the game. And I heard him a couple weeks ago say he doesn't know how the game works and he's been playing it for forever, and that also intrigues me. Yeah, Fog is Green. That was a strange thing they did with the Oz books. How you don't die in Oz. If you chop a person into tiny pieces, you collect them back together and they'll be a person again. I don't know why that was a thing. Yeah, the Tin Man was a real person until they started chopping bits off and replacing it with tin, and one day he was all tin. But that would mean that if you could find all the bits of him and put them all together, you would have. It's like that transporter problem in Star Trek. You'd have the Tin Man, and then you'd have the Flesh Man, right? What happened to the pieces of the guy? Deluxe talks in the middle of your first reading of Discworld. Yes, the real ship of Theseus. What which book are you on in Discworld Deluxe Tux? Because I was recently reading a couple of those books myself, and I love Discworld. I think I stopped reading further on some of the later stuff, but I finished the Tiffany Aching series, and I've been going back and reading some of the older ones. Okay, let's get some color in here. Yes, the Ship of Theseus, that whole concept, that philosophical idea of if you replace the parts of something over time and none of the original parts remain, is that thing still the thing? Um, so yeah, so that's the idea of the Ship of Theseus. If you replace the mast, if you replace the sails over time, you replace, the whatever, everything over time, is it still the same ship? Oh no, did they? Foggage Green. They put them all together and he met himself and the meat version of him was kind of a jerk? That's horrifying. So you're telling me there was a Tin Man and a Flesh Man that was the same person, supposed to be. Okay. You're reading a publication order and you're up to book 12, Witches Abroad, which is one about fairy tales. I think you're hitting the stride of the books. I think the Color of Magic and Equal Rights are like the earlier ones, and I think he really got into it. I reread Small Gods recently, and I'm not sure where that is in the order or if you've read it yet, but Small Gods is one of my favorite Terry Pratchett books, and it's not even really that connected to everything else. Although the great thing about Terry Pratchett books is you can kind of read them in whatever order you want because they do tend to stand alone. Oh, long since when you're at school, you pretended to be ill to stay home and play Discworld. I've never played the Discworld games. So, yikes. Yeah. Other Discworld favorite. I'm rereading Reaper Man, which is pretty good, but I think it gets a little too silly for me at the end. I think Mort is a good one. Um, I haven't reread it recently though. But yeah, Terry Pratchett is a fantastic writer. I don't think I need to say that, but he is. And if anyone is interested in reading some really great comic fantasy, of course, he's kind of the go-to. And his writing just overall is really good. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have to go back. Starbellied Sneetch. Small Gods is standalone for sure. And you'd also love Terry Pratchett, yeah. Yeah, there's some jokes that carry over. There's some references and stuff. But it's such a strong book. And it's one of those things where, you go to reread a book and you wonder if it's going to hold up and you get kind of nervous about it. And it so does. It so does. In fact, I don't know if I was going to if I was going to recommend one Terry Pratchett book, I might recommend Small Gods. Oh, Aomen Bean, you also liked Small Gods? And yeah, Death, I love Death. And so the stuff that deals with death, like Morton and Reaper Man and stuff, I do like quite a bit. Okay, so you definitely recommend reading in order of publication? Okay. I've kind of already read them as they were in order, so I've been I've been cherry picking the ones I like. Oh, interesting. Star-bellied sneeze. With the five exclamation points is the sign of an insane mind, and someone does that, and you know that they're insane in a later book. Huh. I can't really say which of my series is my favorite of that. There's like the witches stuff, the death stuff, the city watch stuff. Ha, Matt. Um, I don't know. I think maybe the witches stuff might be my favorite stuff. You started with Going Postal Foggage Green. One of the later books I did really like was Snuff with Commander Vimes. I believe that one was called Snuff. Thought that one was really good. I don't think Feet of Clay counts as a more recent one. I think I like that one too quite a bit. Oh, Starbella Sneak, you like the Wizards of the Unseen University the most? I Ooh, it's hard to say. Yeah, the Tiffany Aching series I also really like. I think the first book particularly is really strong. First couple books. You like the Guard the most, Starbella Sneak? I'm not as big on the moist books. They came later, and I wasn't as into that part of it. But I might say, yeah, I think I might if I had to pick, I think I might have to say the witches stuff. Yeah. Wow, that's a really well. What we're gonna do is we're gonna color this in, and then we're gonna adjust color, and then we're gonna put some finishing touches, and then call it a night. Um, but I definitely need to reread more Terry Pratchett stuff. Um, because I don't know, for me, what I do when I'm reading stuff is I kind of make a distinction between ri- writers who have good ideas, who write good ideas, and then writers who actually have really good prose, who actually write really well. And sometimes that's you can get both of those things in the same writer, and sometimes you don't. And Terry Pratchett's one of those people whose ideas are really good and the structure and the characterization is really good, but the prose is also really good. His stuff, he's got, really good command of the language and the words that he uses and the sounds that they make. Where's replace color? Mouse may say you still hear help. Where's the replace color? Where's replace color? Yeah, Starbella Sneak. I've read one Jasper Ford book, the Big Over Easy. I read that one. Image adjustments. Yeah, image adjustments. But where's replace color? I don't see. Oh, it's at the bottom. Okay. Okay. Because I use this all the time. Um. Thank you. I've only read one Jasper Ford book. I don't know how to pronounce it, unfortunately. Um. I don't remember it really sticking out to me, but could always warrant a reread. But actually, what I do have that's fun is I have those Terry Pratchett. They came out with some. I've got the city map of Ankh Morpork, and I've got the city map of Lanker. Not the Ramtops, I think. Those were a lot of fun. I actually really like. They did a cookbook too, and I really like the cookbook. Nanny Ogg's cookbook. Oh, the Air Affair. Okay. Yeah, I haven't. Maybe we should look into that more. Jasper Ford. Yeah, Nanny Ogg's cookbook is really fun. I used to get the calendars too. But I find the Tiffany Aching books really comforting to read. So those ones I have attachment to. See, I panicked because replace color is not in the place I remember it to be. And that's how I get when things are different. Oh, you have the map of Death's Kingdom? I didn't. I stopped looking into those as I guess it must have been a later one. Death's Domain. Yeah, Albionium. Good to see you, by the way. Yeah, the hair getting stuck in the bike would be a problem, especially this kind of hair. I think I'm gonna drop in some gradations too. That's kind of fun. If I can figure it. This is actually good for me because when I'm missing stuff, and I can't find stuff, I can yell and ask for help, and people will help me. But yeah, I don't really anyone who's still here that has not come to this before. Yeah, usually I'm working on actual pixel art, but um, that would have been productive. I did some, I promise. I did some already tonight, but I was gonna go, but then I kind of got attached to this piece, and now I'm just having too much fun with it. Place colors too far down now. Musically inspired. Good to see you, Brandon. Brandon Bloom is the musician. He worked on what he's working on now is not. Are you working on summer? You're working on Summer Days, Brandon, right? And also worked on Mage's Initiation. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, Brandon is a musician who also knows all about the esoteric nature of the Roland MT32. Works on a lot of remakes and stuff of the old games and trying to breathe new life into those soundtracks and stuff, re-releasing soundtracks. So he's a real expert on that kind of stuff. So sometimes Dan needs some help with something. Brandon's kind of the go-to, musically inspired. So thanks for dropping in. Starbell, it seems you're looking to get into pixel art for the first time. I would recommend like Sprite, which is a really good one. It's like $15, so it's not too steep, and it's got some really nice quality of life stuff that that I don't know if Photoshop has because my CS2 didn't have, but it's a good one. It's got some really nice little animation. It's got a nice animation timeline. If you want to do some pixel art animation, it's got some built-in palettes, which are nice too. I know a lot of professional pixel artists use that one, so I might recommend that one. Although I'm not that good with it because I'm so used to Photoshop, and so everything I do it's just easier. Although of course now I'm wrestling with this, and it's not as easy. But I still have like you can see along the taskbar here. I still have CS2, and I still predominantly use it. But for streaming, for whatever reason, this just works better. Let's see. Let's get into some of this. Oh, good. You have it already, Ace Spray. Good. Oh, Starbell, it's neat. See, that's exactly my same problem. You have Photoshop. That's your problem. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, if you have Photoshop and you know Photoshop, that's a problem. Because everything that doesn't behave exactly as Photoshop or not exactly as your version of Photoshop that you like to use, like I like to use this version, there's no patience. There's absolutely no patience. And I'll cop to that. I will cop to that. Graphics Gale. Oh, cool. Musically inspired. This is Creative Cloud. This is Photoshop Creative Cloud. And there was a Twitch viewer, Foster Shop, who actually works for Adobe, was recommending this to me, and so he is helping me figure out all this Photoshop. Oh, I forgot the the way the bike goes. Yeah, he's helping me figure all this stuff out, and said, you know, you maybe should try Photoshop CS2, and I hadn't actually, you know, um, even when he nicely, you know, furnished me with Photoshop CS Creative Cloud, I was not using it until with streaming. It was always laggy, but I kind of thought the lag I was experiencing was because I was using an 8-year-old laptop, but apparently it was something to do with CS2 just not being optimized for current machines, and when after I did upgrade my machine and I still experienced the same lag, I thought, okay, well, something is up here. I have to change something else, because the obvious thing was, yeah, I'm using an 8-year-old laptop. Of course, it's gonna lag, but with the new hardware, when it kept lagging, I realized I'm gonna have to do something different. Oh, Starbelly Sneeze, they've made some really nice updates in the latest release of Creative Cloud. I I updated, but I don't remember what they said about it. Okay, I'm just gonna drop some gradations in here, and then yeah, we're probably gonna call it. But I will say that yeah, next week will be. Oh, where's the wand? It's Shift W now. I was told this the other day. I mean, why? What is better than the wand tool? Oh, now it's not even shifting. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, so before. Oh, weird. Okay, so if you want to scroll through the nested options, you do Shift W? Was that always a thing? Anyway. Oh, they completely rebuilt the UI after CS3? Okay, so no wonder it runs better. Okay. Thank you. Okay, well, yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of glad that I'm making the switch. I mean, I will admit that I still use CS2 in a pinch, because I can't be. I'm so used to it. But I will stream from now on. I will stream with Creative Cloud, and I will get a subscription to Creative Cloud just to stream with it, because that is how much better it is for streaming. Oh, and a CGG. Yeah, this is just my so-called quick version of doing this piece, just because I wanted to play with Photoshop Creative Cloud and kind of iron out some of the problems I have with it in terms of accessing tools. And people in chat have been super helpful in helping me work my way around some of the preference settings and stuff like that. So I'm actually kind of really glad I did this, because otherwise, um, you know, it just not having that help on hand immediately. This is a nice way to be. It's a nice encouraging way to be. Musically inspired, Photoshop 7 was the longest time, then upgraded to CS2. Windows 10 for Windows objects are really glitchy. Now using CS4. Yeah, Albionium, it probably also has something to do with the GPU. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I do, I'll admit it. I was wrong. CS Creative Cloud is good, for stream. Last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put a nice off-white glaze over this. This is a cheap trick. If you want to harmonize your colors, is put just a very um, I do this all the time when I do illustration. Oh, there's so many more of these now. I think I liked soft light. I think soft light was my go-to. Yeah. Okay, soft light as usual is the go-to. And dialing down the opacity. And what this all this really does is, well, that actually it's not that good. All that really does is harmonize some of the colors, although I'm not really liking that. I'm gonna saturate that a bit more. I want to make it pop. I actually don't like that. Well, never mind. But what's nice if you play with this is you can actually do some adjustment. If you want to see if you want to make it warmer or cooler, you can just adjust the whole thing, the general feeling of it. But I kind of actually like what it is, although it should be warmer maybe. So let's change it to be more orange. Although I do want the turquoise to pop, so I might pull that out. Oh, and the line has to come up. No, I don't like the glaze actually. Sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, let's see. Oh, Starbelly Sneeze, you say you're not brave enough to stream your creative process. People might figure out you don't know what you're doing. Look, I've been streaming, um, I've been streaming this guy probably for 2 or 3 months by now. Um, yeah, that's how that went. Oh wow, holy cow, time has flown. Okay. Oops. Okay. Wow. Okay, I did not expect it was going to be that late. That's fine though. It was a fun time. Okay. Let's see. I'm just checking my notes. Um, I'm just gonna say, yeah, next week is a music stream. We'll start here at 8 o'clock as usual, and then we raid Dan the band's music channel. And thank you for everyone who's new that came to stream today. Thank you, Cress Up, for the raid. Thank you, Ask Alice, for the raid. Thank you. I think the host that I got, I didn't see a notification, so I can't say thank you. But thank you for the host. Yeah. Oh, thanks for sticking around too. Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much, you guys. Lovely to chat. Love to meet new people. Thank you for coming by tonight and watching me just mess around with Photoshop and figure the new stuff out. Dame Karen, thank you, Dame Karen. Thank you for the host. Yeah, sorry, I just did not show up on my activity feed for whatever reason. Um, yes, Cressup. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. I want to make Adventure X an annual thing for me. It was so good. Foggage Green, good to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. You hope to see you guys again next week. with the music stream. If you have not seen a music stream, you're in for a treat. Dan is an incredible musician. The stuff he comes up with on the spot, I just kind of, I don't understand it, but I'm glad that it's for me. Long Sands, yes, please do drop in again. Yeah, please do see a music stream. It's something special. It really is. Um, the way that he can improvise and compose on the fly. So definitely, if you can make it, please do. And if you want to see anything that what that looks like on the on YouTube you can find me Julie Minamata. All the VODs are up there, the music stuff and the art stuff. Just if you wanted, if you're curious to see if it's something you'd be interested in. Yes, Dan is amazing. Dan is the man. Oh, great, Dame Karen. I'm glad you had fun hanging out today. We actually talked, yeah, more broadly about stuff like yeah, like books and stuff, and that was nice too. Yes, and Anna, of course, Anna's translucent finishing, who made this beautiful necklace, um, and these killer coasters out of reclaimed wood. And also this gorgeous coaster for my giant mug. So, yes. So please, if you are in Victoria, in Canada, and you need some custom cabinetry, or you need a gorgeous coaster or a cutting board made of beautiful reclaimed wood, um, check out message. And if you want to buy coasters and things like that from Anna, unfortunately she does not have an online store yet, but message Anna underscore CGG if you're interested in that stuff. Hopefully she can hook you up. Yes. Yeah. This is larger than a CD case because this mug is the size of my head apparently. Yeah. We're gonna see about rating somebody. But yeah, thank you again for all the people who came who are new. This was super special to have those raids. And yeah, if you think that the Crimson Diamond would be something you'd be interested in, yeah, please check out the demo. It's chapter 1 of the game. It'll introduce you to all the characters, and there's a tutorial actually too. So if you've never played a text parser adventure game, I've made a little tutorial room that will walk you through how that works and some of the common commands. And hopefully that is something that will make it less intimidating if you've never played a text parser game. It's a really it's a mechanic that I love and I want to see it more. And if I can make it a little easier for people, then I love that. And also, again, if you're a streamer, please let me know. I will try to show up for that and be in chat and watch and answer questions and stuff like that. But yeah, this was. I don't even want to go because we have so many viewers still, but I really have to go to the washroom. And it's almost midnight here. When I usually stop way earlier, but I was having such a fun time tonight that I wanted to keep going. So I think you guys that came in had a lot to do with that, and the people that are here every week, you guys have a lot to do with that too. And I'm super thankful for that. Let us look for someone to stream. I mean, someone to raid. And I said it'd be Ren because we had some people who have found me through Ren, the Renaissance. So let's check out who is around. And Ren is usually streaming when I'm coming off. Okay. Indeed, the Renaissance is streaming La Mulana. Of course. Oh. Yes. We do have the Renaissance. So I'm going to set up the raid now. Raid there. NES ants. Renaissance, great streamer, great artist. So please, yeah, we're gonna rate him now and give him a follow too. Set this up. Set this up for it. Great, that worked. It's always funny if it worked or not. Great, everyone's on the bus. That was the quickest I've seen people get on the bus. So thank you. We're gonna do a raid now, and I will see you there. And once again, thank you so much. This was really great. This was a particularly good week, and I couldn't be happier. So thank you, and see you next week with Dan. Raid.